welcome back to episode 2 in the world of the Empire. So, quick recap. Last week, you guys, through various story plots, found your way to Loshi Estate, where you met Chang'e and had tea, and entertained by the amazing Sam Rakon. And that was amazing, and he played a huge piece, and it was great. And then you met each other, and Z, the daughter of Chang'e, and she looked very distracted, a little bit upset, haunted dark eyes. Short story, you found out that she was basically a drug addict, and since her mother died last year, she had been consuming drugs at a vast rate to just try and feel anything. And her dad was away a lot on diplomatic missions, so she just basically stayed in the Loshi Estate and get absolutely stoned all the time. And she run up this 4,000 gold piece bill. And excuse me. Oh dear.
Diplomatic mission.
Yes, from Alderaan.
Diplomatic immunity.
Mr. Riggs! Mr. Riggs, I have diplomatic immunity.
So, Ross from the from Krek Longbeat, who's this huge businessman who has outreach into many organizations and a vast empire of companies and criminal activities and legit activities, so almost untouchable because a lot of the governments rely on him as well. But Ross basically went to Z and was, we need to get paid. And he didn't want to tell the father. He was trying to maintain her honor. So she'd agreed to basically find some heirlooms to give to him as payment. However, what turns out there was no heirlooms, and he was furious and said, well, I'm going to have to tell your father. And she was like, no, you mustn't. And you guys turned up trying to find out what was going on. All of the servants were just hiding away. They were just trying to maintain the honor. Oh, and sorry, while this was going on, obviously, Chang'e and Tara Lee and the others had basically rushed off to the port at Onyx, the Great River Onyx. There's a port bridge, and there was some sort of ruckus or something there, and they all rushed off because there was Krishni fighting against the Empire troops, and something was kicking off, and they asked you to protect Z. And this all then kicked off, and you went to defend her. And Russ was basically saying, she's dishonored herself and she needs to find a way of paying it. And you were conflicted against her honor versus the family's honor. And it was only when you found out that Russ had actually been feeding her these drugs, right from when she'd been vulnerable at the loss of her mother, that the samurai basically kicked it off. He drew his swords. We fight. And that battle ensued. Now, thank God you didn't go all in on the massacre, because Milhouse was then was able to charm Ross into sort of calming down on the fight. You killed 3 of the Kenku, but the rest managed to survive. So there was 10 or so of them, some where you were, and there's some over by the bridge, and you didn't get to fight them because everything calmed down. And Z was in bits, and basically has agreed that she's going to tell her father. So you went back in, and that night you all rested up. During the night, Chang'e returned, and if anyone popped their head out from their rooms, they would see that all of the people that came back were basically covered in blood. There'd obviously be some sort of altercation while you were having your own altercation. And in the morning, a servant knocks on your door. Honorable sirs, madam, Chang'e requests your presence in his study in 10 minutes. Tea provided. So you've woken up, and quite one night. Now, interesting thing is, Milhouse, during the night, this is the first time you've been engaged in any sort of battle. And it was terrifying but exhilarating at the same time. And you found that during the night, you started to get a lot of visions of the next day, and you saw in your vision something exploding, and you get visions of this water and of these huge carriages. There's other sort of blurry images, but at the time you can't quite make out what they all mean. But as you wake up in the morning, you start to feel a real sense of deja vu, as if you've started to get a feeling of what's going to happen today. And out of character term, basically, his character has gone down the divination route, and he now has visions where he can start to see the future, which allows him to roll 2 dice. Please roll those dice now in the chat room.
Wow, that's pretty good. 1 low number, 1 high number.
Yes, 18 and 5. Make a note. So basically, at any point, he can replace that 18 or that 5 with any of your rolls or any of the baddies rolls. So, for example, if I'm standing over Seb with a blade about to do the final blow and he rolls a 20, Millhouse can go, nope, that's a 5! And he misses. Because basically, the way that works is that he would have foreseen that, and then he can warn Seb just before, Seb, stop, go to your left, or something like that, and then basically it changes the future. So it's just something that builds over time. It's a very powerful thing, but it matches in with this divinator. The thing with divinators is that they don't have lots of flat spells, but they're basically good researchers, and they foresee things, and they become like sages. So he started to have that, and you all wake up feeling a lot more enlightened. The battle had quite a profound effect on all of you, really. None of you have had significant battle experience before, except for Percy. But Percy almost forgot about the battle by the morning. He's just like, hey guys, all right. And you're like, oh, do you remember the battle last night? And he's like, yeah. Oh, yeah. Was I Gertie? Oh, yeah, I remember now. Yeah, he doesn't seem to have much of a long-term memory for things. Just kind of go straight over his head. But he's got a big smile on his face. Looks cute. You all make your way to Chungay's study. And as you enter, you see Z is sort of standing with her head down next to the table with her father. Ah, come in. Close the door. You notice there's no servants here. Z has told me what has happened yesterday, and she has explained about her debt. I am obviously in 2 minds here. The honor of the family says that you should not have attacked because the dishonor was on Z. It was her debt. She had not paid it. And I'm glad that I found out about this. And I have found out about how she has felt. So, family honor has been damaged by this. However, as a father, her life is saved. She has not been taken. And for that you have my thanks. But we are now in a situation. We must all protect ourselves from this. This must not get out. For it is complicated for all our honor. And certainly for samurai with future, Tao Li must not find out about this. He would be honor bound to tell his master, who would then get back to the court, and the court would tell the nobles, and the nobles would then come to me, and my standing would be reduced and possibly removed from the Empress's council for being dishonest. So we must keep this to ourselves, because I could push this all onto my daughter and maintain my own personal honor. However, my love for my daughter means that I will not allow that to happen. We must find a path where we are all saved. And while your acts were honorable and heroic, and I hear after speaking to Ross that lives were saved, it would seem that you have quite prowess in the martial arts, all of you, and so I think it is fair to say you saved a slaughter. 3 dead Kenku tradesmen is manageable. 10 would have been hard to hide and deal with. Krek Longbeak is a hugely influential businessman. I say the word lightly, but we must maintain relationships because he also supplies vital military supplies to the government, both in the Empire and Krishni. So he's pretty untouchable from that respect. So I have a request that I place you under the Loshi estate employment for a period of time until we can resolve this situation. And this way, I will be able to pay you money fairly to enact activities for me. You will be able to restore your relationship with Krek, so there is no repercussions on you. And at the same time, my daughter will restore her honor with the debt that she has built up. And you will also help her to maintain her distance from this terrible drug until she can find her own path in life again. To that end, I have a quest for you as such. You must secretly take my daughter to Krek for her to repay her debt. There will be a message to Krek as well, in that he will be allowed to ask one task of you in return for the cleaning the slate with the death of the Kenku. Now, I know you could argue that the fight was honorable. She was in danger. However, you were the first to draw your swords, and it was not your place to engage in a battle over Zia, as grateful as I am. So this is a difficult situation. I am carving, I hope you agree, I am carving a path for this. Oh dear, we have lost Simon. He'll be back. I am carving a path for this that maintains all of our standing and protects you all. You will be paid.
Ding ding.
Okay. You'll be paid handsomely for this. And there is a second thing that I would like you to do in a clandestine fashion. You will know that last night we were called to the tower over the Onyx River. Out of this, by the way, Seb, you know that you travelled down the Onyx River from the borderlands of African, and the Onyx River is this massive, broad river. Almost looks like a sea. It's almost impossible to see the other shoreline, but it is actually a river, just a very big one, and almost tidal in nature. So there must be an outlet to the sea somewhere. But over the Oxen, where you drew port and left the ship that you've been travelling on, Seb, was this huge bridge that was vastly wide and indeed had buildings all the way along it. It was like a mini town on a bridge. Incredible technology, and yet it was so high in the center that a full-size ship was able to sail under it. So there's the bridge. Some of you know it. Lily, you've seen this bridge before as you've flown around. It's right on the border of the Angmei Mountains. Millhouse, you've studied it as part of geography. And Percy rode over it on his way from Krishni, and I don't know whether the samurai knows about the bridge or not, but he'll soon find out. Anyway, basically what happened is there was an incident on the bridge last night. The caravan that dropped Lily and Griff off, that travelled on to bridge, and they were stopped, and they had Empire guards with them, and they were stopped by the Krishni border guards for an unusual search. So normally a lot of these caravans go over with little incident at the border, but they wanted to do a full inspection. And this is the bit that we now don't understand. Some of the Empire soldiers ran forward, and one of them exploded and took part of the bridge with it. The Krishni thought they were being attacked, so they started attacking the Empire soldiers. The Empire soldiers with the caravan and the local garrison then stormed Jin. Then the Krishni garrison saw that the Empire garrison had joined in, and there was this open battle on the bridge. Mostly it was fists, but some swords were drawn and blood was spent. Obviously, we're not very far from there. You're about maybe 4 hours walk from this, because you're literally on the border where the estate is. That's the whole point of the estate being here, is it manages this border, this major border with the Krishni nation and the Empire. We went there, and there was a fighting, and we fought our way through, and I was able to find the local leader of the Krishni and talk sense into them, and was able to just diffuse the incident. However, tensions are very high. We've looked into it, and we can't understand what's happened. I know you have skilled magic users amongst you, and hunters and skilled samurai. You are an unusual collection. So if I'm sending you all the way, excuse me, I'm sending you all the way to Lahar to see Krek Longbeak, well, that's exactly on your way. And if you could track down what happened and follow that through first, it would be massively appreciated. I have sent a request to the Central University for researchers to come here. However, they are probably 2 weeks away before I can get some valuable researchers here. And you're on my doorstep. Certainly you, Millhouse, I know you are a researcher and an extremely talented magic user. In fact, several of you are gifted in these ways. Quite an unusual collection. So I've already cleared this with Tao Li for Samurai, and the cleric is more than happy, because obviously having Percy with you is good, because he's a Krishni military leader. Well, he has a rank of sorts in the Krishni military, but though he doesn't have any direct authority to manage soldiers, he's kind of has a strange position as a paladin of being honoured and respected, but not directly infused into the military ranks. So that's where we are. Do you have any questions for me? Are you willing to accept this? Do you want to explore other options? I see this as the only option where we all retain our honour, and it gives you an opportunity. But over to you.
Yes. I like this idea.
Millhouse.
Well, I don't really have any other plans, I suppose, but I was just going to travel anyway and play some music to some more people.
Yeah, Seb, you've got a bit of a taste of the action last night. You always knew your orc blood kind of craves for opportunity and excitement, and just singing about other people having a good time kind of pisses you off occasionally. So after last night, you've got a bit of a what's that? A bit tasty on my lips. That sort of not just the playing the music, but actually having it, and there's blood and the blood. Oh, your fangs were getting all tingly, but you know, half human too. So still look good. Lily.
Well, I mean, I only came for one thing to do, but I've wanted to take a look around further, so yes.
Wonderful. Percy just goes, yeah, that sounds great. He's not sure he understood any of the conversation. He just smiles. Me and Gertie, we will protect the innocent and defeat the evil for the Lightbringer. Bearer. Can't even remember its name. Light Bearer. May the light bear you. The samurai who's disappeared is... It will be my honor to regain the honor of your house and fight this honorable battle. Okay, this is acceptable. It must not be known that Z has left the estate, so I would like you to leave immediately if we can, or at least within the next couple of hours. While we are still gathering ourselves, we will make stories of how Z being ill. She was looking pretty pasty yesterday, as you know. She's fallen ill and in her room, and a couple of her nursemaids will be brought in on this, but even the general servants won't be allowed. We'll be bringing food to her room, keep her safe, while this fever keeps her bed stricken. At the same time, Z will leave with you in disguise. She will also have the money to repay Krek, which I will be loaning her. And she will also have funds to be able to cover any expenses during your journey there and back. But she has to undertake this, don't you? Z looks. Yes, father. I undertake mission and restore my honor. Repay my debt, and then I will repay to you. Yeah, you will. This is good path. I am tired. It was a long night. It was hard battle and hard negotiation. You will find things a bit hostile at bridge, but you will need to find out what happened, and if there are any at this time, find a boat to take you north to Laha. However, you know, you must follow the lead of what happened there as well, because if that is going to lead to something else, there could be some wider national implications, and I don't have time to wait 2 weeks for the investigators to come from the city. So please pursue it. My daughter will fund what you are required, and obviously it goes without saying you must keep my daughter alive during any challenges. She is not a fighter. She has no skills in this area. She has been training diplomatic skills, so she may be able to, once past borders of where she would be recognized, be able to help you in that respect, but not with fighting. She must be kept safe. Thank you.
Yeah, sense to me. No worries.
Okay. He stands up himself, walks around, he shakes your hands individually. I bring you tea and breakfast now. Then we must prepare to leave. I shall prepare you horses to take you to the bridge, where they will be left with my garrison, unless you don't find a boat. Hey. Okay, so he leaves. Z comes up to you. I am sorry that this has happened to you. I appreciate that this was not your problem, and you are now involved in my mistake. But I will do all I can to repay you, and once this is done, you will have a friend in me for many years.
You guys.
Thank you.
Adios.
Oh, thank you. Okay, so basically, hello, welcome back.
Thank you.
Quick
I'll be
update.
right back.
Welcome back. Okay, that's right. I'm going to give him an update anyway. So, quick update.
Okay.
Chungay basically was saying that this whole thing has been quite dishonourable, but his love for his daughter balances with his love for the family honour, and he has a plan for you to take Z, and she's going to travel to Krek Longbeak, who's the big business mastermind that owns loads of businesses and has lots of fingers in both empires, and basically she will repay the debt to him directly. Krek will ask one task of you for the 3 lives, the Kenku you took. He appreciates that it was a difficult choice to join in the fight. And Chungay is very happy that you did and stopped her from being taken. And he's glad that he found out about this debt, because he's now able to fix it. And Z's devastated. He was in the room with you and it was all explained. And you all agreed, I agreed for you, just to keep the narrative moving forward, that you're going to escort her to Lahar, which means going back down to well, you haven't been there yet, down to the River Onyx, which is this massive, broad river that's so vast you can barely see the other side, and has this bridge, which is like a city. It's like a town on a bridge. The bridge is so wide. But there's a second part to it. The reason they went out fighting yesterday is there was a huge explosion on the bridge. Part of the caravan that you, Grith, and Lily travelled in on. You remember No, not you, sorry. It was Millhouse. Millhouse and Lily travelled on this caravan that went through Angmei. And there was 6 caravans that you were all part of, or they were all part of, and they dropped you 2 off, or effectively you got off and went to Loche, or they went to Loche, and then it went down there, and as it was crossing, the Krishni tried to do a search of the caravans, and there was a big scuffle, and then some of these guards dressed as Empire soldiers ran forward, and one of them just straight up exploded and took a huge chunk out of the bridge. Vast explosion. And then the Krishni guards thought that the Empire guards had done it on purpose, so they got into a scuffle, and then the Empire and Krishni garrisons that were posted either side of the bridge, they got involved, and it ended up in a huge fight until Chungay arrived and fought his way through. That's why he was covered in blood. Fought his way through to the front, diplomatically sort of calmed everything down, and was like, this is not a Empire action against the Krishni. Something has happened on the bridge. Everyone needs to calm down. So they did. But this needs to be investigated. And he sent word to the university in the city, nearest city, but it's about 2 weeks before these investigators can come, arcane investigators. And basically he said, it's directly on your path. You have to go down there to get a boat to then travel north up to Lahar. And if you could investigate this, it would be hugely beneficial. He's going to pay you for this as well. And he doesn't tell you how much, that's a bit beneath him. But Z will explain and tell you how much. And basically, you've got to find out what happened there, and you got to follow that through, basically, because he's very nervous of any tensions. So basically, you become an employed by the Loshi estate until this is all over. The honour's restored. Z's back and safe, and yeah. So, and then after then, you'll have huge good standing with the Loshi estate. You can go off and do whatever you want, but then you will also be clear with Krek Longbeak, which is quite good because you don't want to be on the wrong side of Krek Longbeak because he's got a broad reach and not a very clean record for his behaviour. However, he supplies military-grade weapons to both the Empire and the Krishni, so he's a highly valued asset to both nations. So you've got only maybe half an hour to get ready to go. Z's disguised herself, and they've set up the dummy in the bed that's going to become ill for the next few weeks. So everyone knew that Z was going very pale yesterday and didn't look very well. And now the story is she's in a room. Only 2 of the nurses are going to go in there in case she's contagious. Might have some sort of plague or something, or some flu. Who knows? But she's ill in bed officially for the next couple of weeks while she travels with you. Z gathers you together, all 6 of you, 5 of you, sorry. 6 including her, I guess. And including Gertie, 7. And that's why she was just starting to say, so thank you. You will restore my honor and help me to repair this. I cannot understand how I let myself get into this situation. But with your actions, I was saved, and now I've trapped you in this situation, and I'm sorry. I will pay you all 10 gold now, just to engage your services, and then I will pay you 1 gold per day that you stay with me, and if there's any expenses, I will cover them on the Ray, so any hiring costs, hotel bills, food and drink, that sort of thing, I will cover that too. And then at the end, I will pay you another 50 gold each once I'm back at the Loche estate, or my father will pay you the last 50 gold pieces each. So it's 10 gold up front, 1 gold a day, 50 gold at the end, all expenses. Obviously, if anything happens during the way and you discover any, items or anything, you get to keep that. I have no interest in that. I just need to get to Lahar. I need to apologize before Krek Longbeak, pay the debt off. You can pay off your small debt for the Kenku that were lost. They don't really care. They just want to clean the slate, and we all highly recommend that you do that, and then return. So we need to leave now.
Okay. I'll go get my things.
Right on, love. Let's do it.
I'm in your debt forever. Thank you. Thank you all.
You're welcome.
You can see she still looks haunted and tired and pale, but you can see a spark in her eyes that says that for the first time in a long time, there's a path. And now that her father knows, it's a huge relief. Because obviously she's been hiding this for so long. You gather all up. Servants prepare food. You notice a lot of... there's a couple of big packs that are put onto Gertie. Gertie's got this quite large capacity. And you're all offered a horse. Lily, you probably would rather fly than try and ride a horse. If you can't ride horses, they've offered a carriage. It just basically sit on the carriage. It's not very far. It's about 4 hours travel by walking, so you can do it on a horseback in about 20 minutes, something like that. It's not very far away. You can almost see it if you climb to some of the places on the estate and look down across towards Krishna. You can see part of the bridge from where you are. You're surprised you didn't hear it last night, to be honest with you. Supposedly the timing it was on during Seb's gig is when the explosion happened, and there was nothing you could hear but so, some point during that bob was a but you didn't hear it because of the bob. Good old bob. Okay.
Go.
Right. So you gather your food, and it'll give you a carriage to make it much easier, and takes you down the valley. Now, Griff, you haven't been this way before, but the rest of you have seen it or know about it. As the Angmei kind of fades out towards the Oxen River, the huge mountains just disappear almost suddenly, and then you're just left with a little bit of a plain, and then you're at this vast river, and you see immediately there's like a small town at the foot, like a small port town, and you can see a number of piers just running out in multiple directions, both sides of both sides of the bridge, and the bridge just sort of disappears and tapers off from where you're standing or sitting. And then far away on the other side, you can see the nation of Krishni. It's quite clear difference as you go across. The buildings start off with very flat, angular, sharp-edged imperial buildings, and as you move over the bridge, the buildings start becoming rounded and more domed, which is more of the architectural design of the Krishni side of the river. And as you get there, you can see quite clearly that something's amiss on the bridge. There's troops running everywhere. There's a makeshift hospital with a tent, and there's loads of bodies lying in there. Some of them are covered with blood stains going through these white sheets, and there's still whiffs of smoke up on the bridge, and you can see that quite a chunk was taken out. This bridge is probably 60, 70 feet across in places. There's a number of sort of sandbanks built up where then this arched columns rise up to the bridge as it gets higher and higher. And as you look at it, you can see a full-sized galleon ship just sailing past. Huge thing. Biggest ship you've ever seen. Bigger than the one that you came in on, Seb. And it just sails under this huge bridge. I mean, the size of it, the engineering required to build this bridge is staggering. Sorry about the drawing, but so basically you can see there were several houses. This is in the middle of the bridge. So the rubble fell quite a long way. You can imagine it's about 100 feet up, and then it just exploded, and then part of the bridge just collapsed. Bodies still being dragged out of the river. Even, this must have happened maybe 14 hours ago, maybe less now. So the pandemonium stopped, but there's heightened tensions. You can see guards on both sides. There's soldiers running around still. And it's kind of like where the hole is, you can see there's like a line of guards on both sides, just basically staring at each other. So it's calmed down, but there's obviously still tension in the air. Z's like, okay, guys, I think it's over to you. Remember, I'm not here. So basically, Z has a diplomatic pass, like a no questions thing that she has. She needs to give herself a new name, actually.
She can't go by her actual name. She needs an alias.
I should call myself Leia. So Leia, basically.
Does she have a brother called Luke?
Look. Let me tell you. No, she doesn't. Sorry, I'll choose a different name. No. Leia's what she was.
There is another. A sister.
The five of you stand there. Z standing behind with her head down, slightly with a cloak up. Obviously, this is quite near her estate, so she can't have anyone recognise her. So she's basically steps back a little bit into the shade and just says, "Please, go and investigate. We need to find a boat as well." So, what do you do? I'll start. Seb. So last time you were here, you were in a bit of a rush to get to Loshi for your gig. So you didn't hang around. You can see there's like a couple of inns on this side. There's another inn up on the bridge. But the bridge is looking a bit inhospitable at the moment. And there's soldiers everywhere. Do you want to go together as a group? Do you want to split up? Percy's just like completely empty. So, are we fighting anybody, or shall I stand here?
There is no fighting to be done right now.
Okay, I'll stay with Z and protect her from evil. He
How
smiles.
will you do that?
You stay with Leia.
Leia.
Yeah, stay with her, whatever.
Leia. Okay, Leia. Let's stand over here. He kind of brings Gertie around and kind of goes up alongside Leia. Shh, Gertie, it's okay.
So as I understand it, we need to find ourselves a boat.
Yes, and you need to start investigating what the hell happened here as well. So Millhouse and Lily actually know this caravan because they travelled on it from the centre of Angmei.
All right, well, why don't you two go and find out about the caravan, see if there's any survivors there you might know, and I'll go and try and find. There's a boat, I guess. Samurai boy, you can do samurai things.
I'm going to have a look at the destruction left, see if I can trace any of the, or inspect any of the residue left by explosion.
Okay, Millhouse,
Noted.
what are you doing?
I'm gonna go look at this caravan, supposedly.
Okay, and
Caravan team.
okay, I'm going to start with Seb. I'm going to start with Seb for a second because it's a bit more simpler. So you go down to the waterfront and you can see there's loads of piers. However, there's only one boat in the pier at the moment. It's a medium-sized ship. It's about 40 feet long. It has a couple of decks to it, and it looks like at one point it was quite impressive. Quite an impressive boat with a row of cannons, which are very exotic weapons. Only really used by these sort of seafaring sailor types. However, it looks like it's had better days. In fact, it's kind of half dry docked with posts sort of holding it up. The sails look like they need repairing, and there's this old dude with a wrinkly body, and it's kind of like his body's just completely black. He's a white-skinned human, but he's been outside his entire life, so his skin's just bleached dark and wrinkly, He's probably got all sorts of skin cancers just like growing one on top of the other. But he doesn't seem to care. He's got like a little scarf around his head and he's got a hammer and a nail and he's like just trying to nail a panel back into the boat at the moment. That's the only boat that's in port. You suspect that everyone else is fucked off as soon as there was a massive explosion. But this old dude's still here, still banging away on the boat.
Oi, geezer! You banging on the boat, you old leather bag. How you doing?
All right. How's it going, Orky?
Yeah,
nice to see you.
It's not too bad. I'm looking for a vessel of some kind.
Well, look no further. Oh, Princess here. She's the finest ship on the Onyx. Fuck it. The finest ship on the Onyx.
The only ship on the Onyx at the moment, to be perfectly honest.
Yeah, well, all these young sailors, they see an explosion and they go running, but Bob, he knows best. He's just keeping the ship shape, ready to go.
Yeah.
So,
all right then, Bob. I've got a bit of an important job to do. How much is it going to cost me to take this boat off your hands for a couple of weeks?
Well, you can't take it off my hands, but you can hire me to pilot it. I mean, I'm probably ready to go in, say, 2 weeks.
Yeah, I mean, we need to go now, in probably about a day, maybe no less, a bit more.
Well, you see, that's going to cost you, because I've got some work on at the moment. But obviously, for the right coin, we can make it happen. And old Bob's always happy to help with those in need.
Name your price then, Mr. Bob.
Well, it's going to be 12 gold a day.
A bit. 12 gold a day each. Whoa.
That's like 8 times what you paid. Or something.
That's a little bit pricey.
Well, 8 gold more than you paid. Sorry, not 8 times a day. You paid 4 gold a day.
Tell you what, there's quite a few of us, so we can probably look at some sort of bulk discount. I'm saying.
Make a persuasion roll.
Was it C? C? Yeah.
Yeah.
Wow, that's amazing. Things that I'm supposed to be good at, and I just roll like shit.
Yes, it's 12 gold. I mean, who else are you going to use?
I mean, we could just sail the boat ourselves.
The princess, she sells for no man but me, you see. I know how to tickle her ropes and make her sing. She's a beautiful boat.
Yeah, she looks like she's falling apart. And well, let me put it this way: unless you want to be really falling apart as well, Sunshine, then I think we should say 8 gold per person per day.
What, are you threatening me?
Yep.
I'm being all nice and stuff.
Well, you know, I need to go soon, and I don't have 12 gold a day, mate.
What? Make an intimidation check.
Also proficient with these. Come on!
I like this guy. He's not going to like us now.
No, I don't care. Oh my god! You know what, mate? Fuck it. 12 gold a day, you can have it.
You made a great choice, my friend. Oh, Bob's gonna see you straight to Lahar and beyond. I'll get the princess ready then. It might take me a little while. You see, he just grabs his hammer and he just starts smacking on these big lumps of wood that are holding it up. And as he does, the ship just starts leaning in different directions. Come on, old girl, get ready, we got a job. You remember how to sail on the water? I'm sure you do, my princess. And he starts going around banging on this wood. Okay, Millhouse and Lily, I'll do you next.
So that guy's Quint.
So you start walking up the bridge. You stand out quite a way, a tiny gnome with pink hair and a flying owl that walks as well and talks. As you start moving forward, one of the guards, and this happens to you as well, Griff, actually, you're still probably just together at this point because you're kind of heading in the same direction and towards the bridge. One of the Empire guards steps forward. Sorry, wait. No allowed. This is restricted.
We are here
situation.
to investigate.
Investigate? Who sent you?
The
Chang'e.
Chang'e.
Hey, Master Chang'e.
Hey. Yes, that one.
He came and stopped fight.
Yes, well, we are his investigators.
Oh, I see. Are you from university? You came quick.
No, we are private investigators. Look, I am magical. You see these ropes?
I see you are magical. Yes, you have pink hair. That seems strange to me. And Master Samurai, hey. Are you part of investigation? You seem like noble warrior.
I am noble warrior. However, I have been asked to look into very dishonorable matter. So I follow these people. I help these people. I hope you help me to help these people.
Okay.
It is an honorable thing to do.
I see. And you, Alfolk lady, very, very gracious. You could just fly over this anyway. There's no way they could stop you from just sort of circling around anyway. But I appreciate the fact that you are not just flying over and talking to me. Are you with Investigation Party too?
Yes. Really. But yes, I'm here.
Okay.
How are you?
I'm tired. Been up all night. There was a fight.
Oh.
A couple of my friends were hurt. One of my friends died in the explosion. But it's what happens.
Soldier, contain yourself. What
Sorry.
happened here? Tell me.
Sorry, Samurai. Well, there was this big caravan, many carriages, went up on the bridge, and they were stopped by Krishni guards. Smelly Krishni. And there was some sort of altercation, and some of the guards ran forward. I assume that the Krishni attack. I do not know, but I was standing at edge of bridge. But my friend, he was on bridge by the guard post, and when it kicked off, he kind of ran forward to try and help, and that's when an explosion. I mean, it doesn't matter.
Explosion. Where did the explosion take place?
Here? Where there's a big hole now.
Yes, I get that.
He points at the massive hole and the debris, still bits just falling into the water.
Can you describe the explosion?
Yes.
Colors.
It was.
No.
Well, people think I am mad, but I thought I saw a person in the center of the explosion. And it was like a red explosion of fire. It was like a dragon breathing flames. Oh, sorry, Samurai, I did not disrespect your dragon heritage. But it was like fire. Oh, but just in one place. Whoa, like this. You understand?
Where did fire come from? Was it caravan, or was it person, or was it somewhere else?
It was the people were together, and then boom. You see?
I see.
Boom. People were like,
Did it look like a bomb?
I do not know bomb. Like cannonball?
Yeah.
No.
Close.
No, cannonball is spray of rock when it hits. This was fire and heat. you can see that the buildings are burnt and scorched around this area. And as the fire consumed some of the wooden timbers that were holding the bridge up, basically just caught fire, and it must have been intense. But I mean, that's like a 20-foot, well, 15-foot radius roughly.
Where did Honorable Warrior? Where did caravan go? Did it simply disappear, or is it at the bottom of water?
I do not know. It was confusing. I got involved in fight next when it finished. The caravan had crossed, but I did not see how the whole caravan got across. Well, yeah, there is. You can see there's no caravan here now. Yeah, I think I can't remember how many carriages there were, but it was, I mean, it was lots of boats here, and the soldiers were here, and and then we got in a fight, and then my friend died, and then.
And I looking around here, I see buildings around here where explosion was. Buildings here.
Yeah.
What are these buildings left? What were they before destroyed by explosion?
Shops, marketers, blacksmith, there's inn. But there was no building where they stood. Was no building. There was a guard tower nearby, but they were in the open.
Can I look at the scorch marks left on like the walls of the building?
Yes.
And can I tell if they're like a magical explosion? Does magical fire, like, is it hotter, or does it leave a certain trace?
Okay. He says, if you need to know about caravan, you need to speak to Bridgemaster.
Well, okay. I too would like to look at the scorch mark, what is left here, as I have passive intelligence of investigation at 9 on my senses, and I would also like to use my +2 perception.
Okay. You can go up to the thing. The guard lets you pass. He was supposed to ask you for a pass, but you got into a conversation, and between you, he was pretty convinced, given how fast you arrived, that you were legit. To be honest with you, he was not a very senior soldier, so he's a bit shaken up and they're very tired. They've been up all night, because all the soldiers came out, and when it all happened, and 7 of them are dead now, so they're all just waiting for reinforcement for the nearby larger garrison much further away. But you go forward and you can see, indeed, there is like scorch marks in like a circle. So everyone make investigation rolls, and Millhouse may also on top of the investigation roll make an Arcana roll.
What is the investigation roll?
It's investigation.
Exclamation mark investigation.
Yeah.
Exclamation mark C space invest.
Arcana, I got 25.
25 for Arcana.
But yeah, investigation not so great at 10.
14.
14 on investigation.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
16 investigation.
Okay.
But I've got +2 on that, 18.
Yeah.
No, you don't have +2 because it's already -1.
Ah, right, it's -1, so it is 16.
It's
take into consideration my passive...
Passive perception is something completely different.
Yeah, passive perception is different. Okay, I'll start with you, Millhouse, and then work down to the other two. So, Millhouse, from your investigation, you can just see, that's the rough area of the explosion, but you can't see any more than that. But what you can make out from your Arcana check was this was a definite sort of at least medium order spell of fire. Definitely created this. The way you see the damage, it looks almost like it would be a fireball. Now you can't cast that spell, but as an investigator and understander of the arcane ways, you know of the spell and you know its effects from an academic perspective. It's not something you like using because it's too destructive, but as you can see here, it doesn't look quite right because there is the pattern, and a fireball would have exploded out, but it wouldn't have destroyed the bridge. But it had the same sort of blast radius. but there's more kinetic energy behind this than just fire energy. So it's kind of like, it's like a fireball, but there's a kinetic element to it. That's what you work out. So definitely magic, 100% magic. But also there's a physical element to it, which isn't like a fireball. In some ways, it's not as destructive as a fireball, and in another way, it's more destructive than a fireball. If that makes any sense. It's just a different pattern, similar but different, importantly different as well. Okay, so you two doing the investigation check. Lily, you can see that it very much was centered on a point. At a certain point on the ground, you can see that this was a radial explosion. You're 100% clear on that, and you can see the point where it would have started is deep in the water now, and you can see that it's literally completely symmetrical from a point. So it happened at one point. Your investigation, however, Griff, you notice something else. You find, while looking around the rim, bits of cloth and metal material from armor. Now, you recognize this as guards' armor, but the interesting thing is you collect a few samples of that cloth and armor bits from around the edges, because no one else is trying to do any of this. Everyone else is just collecting bodies and just trying to sort of clear away mess. You're looking for evidence, and what you see is bits of armor and cloth, and you bring it all the way around, and you piece it together, and you find it's from, well, either they were all wearing the same undergarments, or it was from one person spread equally all the way around the radius of the explosion.
Basically.
Yeah.
So one person amongst them had an explosive device and suicide bomber blew himself up.
A bit like, yeah. It seems a bit like an IED type. Oh, we've lost Ellie now. Yeah, it basically looks like one person exploded or had something explode on them, and it radially expanded out up and down. It was fire in nature, but it was also a physical element to it. Because the destruction. Okay, the destruction to the bridge was quite physical as well as fire. Now, you also have a bit of an insight into this, Griff, because you are a fire-breathing dragon, as it happens. So you, yeah, not that you've shown them this yet, but you can breathe fire. And you could even do like a little test patch. You'd be like, and you look at it and you're like, no, it's not the same. It's not the same. So it wasn't like a breath weapon. Definitely not like a breath weapon. Because a breath weapon has like flame, but it's quite gaseous, and it doesn't penetrate things. It just sets things on fire. Oh, hey. So this is quite different. You see a man with a really wide-brimmed hat, super wide brim and pointed, and it's got like a feather. Now, you recognize this, Griff, as being a sort of minor noble dignitary kind of council person, which basically means they have some sort of power and honor within a town, but they don't have any sort of wider power. But they usually, a lot of them are kind of like middle management up their own asses. What are you doing on my bridge? Why are you breathing fire and investigating? Get off my bridge!
Oh, no,
he walks up to you. As he does, a couple of guards kind of just like walk behind him, hands on the hilts of their sword.
Gentlemen, I am Griff, the samurai. I am charged with special mission investigation and protection.
On whose orders?
Lee. Is it Jet Li? Not Jet
Chun
Li.
Gay.
Chun Gay.
Chun Li.
Chun Li.
Jet Li.
Jet Li.
Oh, Master Chun Gay. Lord.
Chun Gay and Wu-Tang Clan, you know.
You have proof?
No, I not proof. I straight. Samurai. Oh, proof!
Proof!
Proof you ask for.
Proof.
Proof.
I need proof.
Other than my proof is my word. I am honorable samurai. I do not lie. I do not lie at all. Ever.
I respect that, but I must have paperwork. You understand?
I understand you are a man who needs paperwork. However,
You have paperwork. Lee
paperwork?
Lee has some official paperwork. You haven't had to use it yet, but
Okay. This here is paperwork. I do not like paperwork. I'm a man of honor, but please take and read.
okay. I'm assuming then that Lee gave it to you to use. He reads. Okay.
Lee, give it to us.
You have authorization. How can I help you in your investigation? You have to walk back down to Lee, by the way. As you do, you see Seb coming up. He's coming up from the sort of dockyard area, and there's a guy. He's leaving. There's one boat with an old geezer. He's smashing the crap out of lumps of wood that are holding this rickety old boat up. And you kind of come back together as you're talking to this bridge master. So you notice, by the way, that he's left his guards back on the bridge, but he has walked with you almost purposefully off the bridge. So, how can I help you if you are from Chang'e? Questions?
Honorable Bridgemaster,
Yeah.
These are my traveling friends with me. We are investigating what has happened here. I would like to know what happened to the caravan that my friends were with.
Caravan. He gets out his book. Yes. 4 caravans crossed over successfully after explosion. I authorized it myself. Okay, Milhouse and Lily, you hear that? Make intelligence checks. Intelligence saves. He's been quite loud. You don't have to roll perception. You can hear it quite clearly. You understand?
Save or a check?
Intelligence check. Just a save intelligence or whatever.
21.
Fuck.
What?
Wait, am I saving or checking? Sorry.
Just save.
Yeah, save.
So is that exclamation mark?
S. Space.
Space. I.
Int.
Okay. Oh,
3.
well, it doesn't matter anyway.
Lily just basically stares around. Milhouse, there was 6 carriages in the caravan, not 4.
Am I close enough to talk to them?
Yeah, you're all together.
Oh.
Again.
Mr. Dockmaster. There was
Bridgemaster.
Bridgemaster. Yes. There was 6 caravans.
All right.
What happened to the other 2?
Memory confused. Big fight. I've just got 4 here. Information. It goes out of my head.
It is dishonorable to lie.
Do not take to dishonor.
Do not call me dishonor.
Where were the other 2 then?
However, you know how things work here.
No.
Information is. I have to pay certain people for certain information. I mean, if you can donate, say, 8 gold to the rebuilding of the bridge, I'm sure I
Okay.
can. Okay. Do you give him 8 gold?
This does not sit well with me. It
Yeah, I
is-
mean all of our expenses are paid, so
Yeah, they are.
then yeah, I give them 8 gold.
Oh, from your own money, or do you ask Lee? Lee's.
Well, I'll pay it out of my own for now, and then I'll get it back off later.
To the you might need a receipt. Thank you. Oh, look, yes. It would seem 2 of the carriages didn't go across.
Okay.
And they left another way. How did that happen? Who knows? I do remember that some boats went north after explosion. Or maybe they went back. He looks at
Who
you
are
smiling.
who are these soldiers with you?
The soldiers are quite far back. You can see there's a practiced thing here where he leads away from the soldiers and asks for a bribe. And one thing you do know that bribes are not uncommon in the Empire, and they are sure as shit common as hell in Krishna. In fact, you can't get anything done in Krishna without bribing the hell out of anybody. Money's quite hard up in Krishna, so basically there's like an unwritten rule. You know, police will be like, I have found you doing naughty thing, and I must now fine you. And then you go, let me see what I've got here. Oh dear, I've dropped some gold pieces. It is okay, paperwork is okay. Goodbye, have a good day.
What, is Krishna in Wales?
Oh, fuck off. Yeah.
Hello, boy. Lovely cutting you, boy.
Says Griff. Hello, Griff. Hello, boyo. You be dragon samurai. Oh my god, now I'm sounding Welsh. Whatever. Shut up.
I thought you sounded like Indian.
I'm trying to sound. I was trying to sound Indian. God damn it!
Hello. Welcome to the.
Actually sounded Australian. Let's settle it there.
Oh, Gary.
Thanks. Accents.
Hmm.
You know.
Maybe I just sound like a little baby instead, and it'll be better.
Kenny Everett sounds better.
Yeah, mate. Okay. He looks awkwardly. Thank you for donation. I shall get back to bridge repair. Hey.
Okay.
Turns back. Okay, you meet up with each other. Lee walks forward. You notice as the bridge master leave, Lee walks forward with Percy just kind of smiling and looking around. No idea what's going on. Percy's just happy to be alive. Ah, praise be Lightbearer. What is happening? What have you found?
Need 8 gold, please.
Oh, okay. Do you have a receipt?
Yes.
Oh, was it a bribe?
I hand her a piece of paper with the words 8 gold, smiley face.
Okay. She scans it into HubDoc and uploads. she hands you the 8 gold, and then she makes a little note in her journal. 8 gold, Mealhouse, bribe, bridge master. That's okay. Bribes are common. How go boat? I saw you talking to old man, Seb.
Yeah.
Seb.
Yeah.
Oh, this
How
is brilliant.
go find boat?
I look forward to this so much.
Oh yeah. Well, you know, we
Oh dear.
we owe an old bag of leather and bones, 12 gold a day each.
12
boat.
gold a day?
That's a lot.
Well, it was that, or there's no other boats, so we would have to walk. Also, we could just push him off the boat and sail it ourselves.
Percy,
But that seems mean.
are you evil? That's murder. We can't do that.
He could
Honorable.
swim,
Oh,
probably.
No.
That is not how we will do things, Seb.
What if I flew him
Maybe we
to
can
the shore?
fucking down the price with
Or-
friendship.
I could put it to sleep, and we could take the boat without him knowing, borrowing it and bringing it back later.
It's a 3-sailed boat. None of you would have a clue how to sail it.
I say I don't have to a boat.
I'm sure we'd get by just fine. Intelligence
Oh,
of 9 over here.
It would be amazing.
I don't think we would,
No.
You wouldn't.
but
So
okay.
Okay. And the investigation.
Well, it's magic. Definitely magic. And it exploded.
And I have found,
They
I
came
found-
from one point.
and I have found this costume, these clothes that look like explosive could be placed upon them and detonated.
Gunpowder.
Yes, most probably gunpowder. Something to cause a great
Millhouse,
fire.
you know that
It was magic.
It was magic.
You know,
Yeah.
like a fireball.
Magic.
Fireball.
Fireball.
Such magic. So
Yes, I don't know what spell it was, but it was the scorch marks were very magical.
Magic.
It had
you
patterns
notice.
of magic.
By the way, you notice there was a young lad kind of standing near you. Kind of.
Who are you?
What the fuck?
Why you us?
I say he's a young lad. He's like an early teenager. He towers over half of you. I keep forgetting how small you are. Well, the gnome and the halfling.
I think I tower over him.
Hello.
Why you looking at us, little one?
Hello. I can help you. I can help you. I can help you.
How can you help us?
Well, you pay me money. I tell you all the real things that happen.
Why don't you tell us real things and we won't not pay you?
No, you pay me, then I tell you.
That's what I just said.
It doesn't work any other way.
No,
Charm.
you show honor and give us information
Honor?
small.
I'm a
First,
street urchin. I
then-
don't have any honor. I live on the
How much
streets.
gold you
You
want?
should aspire to get great honor. Maybe you can join the samurai when you're older.
Oh, maybe one day. For now, I just like food and survive for more
How
than
much
5
money do you
minutes.
want, little boy?
If you give me 5 silver pieces, I know it's a lot, but I
Like even more gold.
can tell you what you
There's the gold. Now tell us what you know.
Can I try an intimidation on him?
a gold,
No,
a gold.
I gave him a gold. He's a nice little boy.
Thank you.
You get away
Yay.
with too much.
Oh, thank you.
Kids of
Now
these
tell
days.
us, please.
Oh, you're really scary, Dragon Man.
Ignore him.
He's horrible. He's horrible. He
Look, I'm a bird.
Lily, the little boy, the young boy, just kind of leans up against you. He's a bit scary. I
I'll
don't
put
like
my
him.
wing around him.
Okay. What do you want to know? I can tell you what I know. So there was 6 caravans came in here. They went up onto the bridge. I saw a man explode. He just went and just exploded into bits of fire everywhere. But before he exploded, his eyes were glowing with fire in his eyes, and there was fire coming out of his ears, and there was fires coming out of his something down below. I don't want to talk about that, but he just seemed to have fire come from all around him, and he exploded, and then the bridge collapsed, and then these 2 of the carriages went down to the seafront, and there was a boat waiting, and you see over there. He points you to an empty pier, but there's still some sort of traders around there putting barrels into another carriage, that sort of thing. They loaded it up onto a boat, and it went north. I don't know.
2 questions. One, what was the exploding man wearing?
He was just a guard. There was a big argument, and then he kind of went.
Did you hear the argument?
And what did the boat look like?
Really big.
Do you know what they were arguing about?
No, I was too far away.
Oh,
And all the people that
That's
were
a
involved in the argument, they're all dead in bits.
Do you know the color of the boat?
Brown?
Brown. What about the big
Brown.
No.
sail?
I like your accent. Brown. You can see he's trying to emulate your little gnome accent.
Carol Baskin.
Oh, wow. Wow, you talk funny.
did it have any symbols on it? Or a name?
No, but, well, you can ask, the guys down there, they will know. They might not tell you, but if you pay them, they'll tell you.
Wow. Thank you, little one.
Pat him on the head with my wing.
I give him another gold.
2 gold. What do I spend it on?
Go buy anything you want. Food.
Food,
Can I-
right?
Can I buy a horse?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Can you?
No, not for 2 gold. I
But
get
buy-
food.
Buy
You-
food.
He kind of runs off like, yeah, I'm really
Fly away,
rich."
little one.
And you see a couple of other little kids, all little in sort of scrappy clothing, run forward, and then he's like showing him. They're very excited. Okay, you can see the sailors down on the other dock that he points to. They're sort of moving some barrels around. There's obviously been a shipment within the last 12 hours because they're still moving stuff down from the pier up to like a small warehouse. And there's 2 of them just basically go down, barrel on the shoulder, walking forward. They're still walking forward.
And I stand in front of him. Hi,
Stop.
friends.
Oh,
Stop!
don't. What would be your problem, strangers?
We're looking for a boat that left with 2 caravans. When the explosion went off. Do you know?
Make perception rolls as you're saying that. I don't know nothing. I just move barrels. Sorry. Can I get past now? What did you roll?
5.
Great.
Oh, are we all rolling? I thought it was just.
No, it would only be Lily and Millhouse.
Oh, right.
So Millhouse, Lily,
Oh,
can you make a perception roll?
Bro. I made one. It was
Oh.
7.
9. We're all terrible.
I was just trying to get past. It's like a classic NPC in a game that just sort of stuck.
Well,
this barrel's heavy.
we were told that you would know.
Me memory's not what it was. It was a long night. It's heavy. This barrel's heavy. Ooh.
They
This
don't start
barrel's
talking
heavy.
like it.
Is that barrel actually heavy?
Yeah, it's really heavy.
Then why don't you put it down?
Okay. He puts the barrel down. It looks quite heavy. Oh, that's better. But now, I'm working, so my accent's going all over the place.
Cornish, West Country, here we go. Scottish,
I don't know.
Irish.
I think I need some chocolate crunchies because
Hey,
You know-
yeah, know it.
Thank you.
Great
Jazz.
minds.
Oh, AMSR.
That's a lovely chocolate.
Well, if I'm standing here and I'm not working, it's going to cost me money. Now, obviously,
How much do you want? Let's just get this over with, because we've got a lot of talking.
6 gold, and I'll talk.
Okay. Do you want 5? I feel like I haven't haggled anyone today.
Sure, 5 is fine. Got 5
There you
gold's
go.
quite a lot of money. Oh,
Not haggled anyone.
this is great. You're basically making the whole this side of the bridge much wealthier. Lee is like, I'm not sure we should be spending so much money all in one go. No, she does have a
It's
lot of
okay.
money.
All expenses are paid for.
People.
Um,
I say, let's decapitate the next person who asks for money.
he looks around. You get nothing from me. Now fuck off. So the ship was called the Esmeralda, and they were heading to Ganashi. And we unloaded 2 carriages worth of boxes from the carriages onto the ship. From what I could tell, they were waiting there as backup. The official manifest said rice. This jogs a memory when you were travelling on the caravan that there was basically these huge caravans just full of these rice bags going from the Empire to Krishni, which is quite common because there's massive amounts of rice fields in the Empire, and rice is a huge export for them. But you're not sure what rice has a big markup.
Rice was a currency to samurai at one point.
Well,
Give me money.
they had rice in, special rice.
Okay, well, thank you for the information.
Did you say rice or ricin?
Ricin.
I was going to say, isn't ricin a deadly poison?
Absolutely.
Rice.
So, how far north did it go?
Ganashi.
How far is that?
Ganashi. Get out my way! I'm not telling you anything.
Yeah, you better not tell me anything.
He picks up his barrel. Oh, this barrel's heavy. Oh, did you get out of his way?
Yeah.
Okay. He carries on going up into the warehouse. He opens up one of the warehouse doors, and lo and behold, you can see 2 wagons in there that look identical to the ones that you were with on the way out. So these are the 2 missing wagons, but they're emptied. And you remember they had these big crates of rice on them, and they had rice written on the side. Rice.
Special rice.
Yes, special rice.
Is it fried? Special fried rice.
It could be, if you wanted to.
Number 11.
Yeah. Okay, so you've learned that it's called the Esmeralda. It's big. Any of them will tell you it's way bigger than the Princess, which is the ship that old Bob's got. So what do you do now?
Well, I guess we leave.
Okay.
Yeah, we can go see if Bob's ready to go, I guess.
Maybe Bob can give a better discount.
Can we not investigate these caravans? See if there's anything left on them?
You can. What a great idea.
Why are we going when we can investigate and see about these caravans that are sat there? So,
Wow, Samurai, you had a really weird voice there for a second.
sorry, I have flogging throat.
Oh,
It's okay.
Web it. Do you go to into the warehouse?
I guess I will.
Okay, you go into the warehouse. Make investigation checks.
Oh, just on a perception. Hang on. Did a perception of 15. Hang on.
I got 20. Not
I got
natural.
5. I got 5. Oh, come on.
I'm very good at investigating.
Okay.
I am as well, meant to be. Damn it.
Oh,
Oh,
I got 19.
no, you got not 20.
you got a 20.
I got that.
That's very good. Though, given the skill that Millhouse has got and the fact his total's higher, you'll naturally see some different things to you. Okay, you both see the carriages. You can see there are some small smatterings of dried rice where there's been some leakages. So there was definitely some rice on this container. However, Millhouse, as you're looking at it, you see there's some sort of residue, and you smell it, and it smells.
Like
Make an Arcana check.
Oh,
You
smells like pancakes.
yeah. Pancakes and syrup. That's what it smells like. But what you do know, even with a low roll, is it doesn't smell like rice. There's something else.
Okay.
Some sort of residue. But
There's some weird stuff over here. Definitely not rice. Could be pancakes.
do you do anything with it?
I lick it.
Yep.
I believe that was a very poor decision.
Okay, you lick it, and your
Instantly dies.
head
no.
just starts to explode in your mind, like
Wow!
you kind of, as you lick it, you kind of catch the last elements of it that haven't been absorbed by the wood, and you kind of find yourself just hungrily licking every little bit of it that you can get.
Is he bloody high again?
You see his make a D20 check. You see his eyes just start to glow like fire for a second, and he's like,
13, what magical number?
and then he breathes out, and the fire fades, and the rush leaves you. Make a wisdom save. Mister, I took loads of drugs last night or as well.
Is this magical?
Mm-hmm.
In which case, I'm advantaged.
You are.
How do you do advantage? ADV?
No, just ADV, I think. I don't think you even need it.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
19.
Yep. You completely come down off it. There was definitely something arcane and addictive in that carriage. You caught like the faintest hint of a kick off of it before it went.
Was it like a fiery kick?
Yeah.
Almost
Fiery kick.
explosive.
Hmm?
Was it explosive?
No. No, it wasn't an explosive substance. It made you suddenly feel like you had fire in you.
Right. Almost like a guy that had fire in him.
Yes, almost.
Except less. Well, all I know, guys, is whatever is on that, we need to find.
Yeah, you'd love to have a bigger swig of it.
I am a controlled addict.
We've had 2
That's
sessions,
Sherlock
and
Holmes.
both times you've taken drugs. Just saying.
Good
You know
point.
And everybody ended up getting high as a kite on mushrooms in the last campaign. Come on, man.
Oh, yeah. Oh, shit, it's me.
Except for me. Thank you. Last campaign. I did not.
I didn't get high.
No, that was Ellie, wasn't it?
Yeah.
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 Wow, I finished that because that was bloody noisy. I do apologise. Right. To cut this short, you go back to old Bob. He comes over. Right, there's quite a lot of you. You have to try and get you all on the princess. So that's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
Well, I'm
6,
not a whole person, so I
7.
can't be 12 gold.
It doesn't work like that. I value you as a person.
Well, I don't.
Well, I value you as a person. You should value yourself as a person. It's
Love
important.
yourself, and how you can love anybody else.
Maybe I don't want to be a person.
If you can't love yourself, how in the hell are you going to love anybody else? Can I get an amen?
No.
Amen.
Thank you.
Now let the music play.
Percy bends down on his knees. Oh man, Lightbringer! Oh yeah! Hell
Excellent.
yeah! The power of
Excellent
Christ
Samuel.
compels me.
So we moved
Summarize.
on from the warehouse. But
Yeah, you moved on from the warehouse. That's all you can find from the warehouse.
did I not
And-
see anything from
No.
there?
Well, you saw there was grains of rice.
Yeah, she did roll in that.
And that funny sort of compound that sent him doolally for a
Yeah.
moment.
That was it.
That
That
was-
was. I mean,
And that's when.
yeah, and that
That's
20.
why I
That's
wrote
That's everything there is to find. I mean, I could make some shit up. You notice that the wood is of a cedar wood variety,
I didn't know.
but on the chair they used oak. What an
There's
interesting
Yeah,
choice.
you can.
the kind of.
Yeah, but let's make shit up.
Yeah. No, there's nothing. You find You are confident, Lily. You have found everything you can find out about that carriage. Okay.
Okay.
I rolled a higher up
Okay.
check.
You found everything out about that carriage, okay?
Okay.
Mr.
Right.
Mackey.
Well, I'm gonna need. Oh my God! What is 7 times 12? I don't.
Probably
know.
only like 20.
Not that. I might be getting old, but I ain't that stupid, son.
It was worth a try.
I tell you what. You seem like nice folk, and well, the bird could just fly anyway. Doesn't need a boat. I'll give it to you for 60 gold a day. You seem like nice folk.
Except from the orc. He wanted to kill you.
Well, there's 7 of you. It includes the goat.
Damn, the goat.
I've still got. You still got to find space for the goat on the boat.
Goat on the boat.
Go on the boat.
Go on the boat.
We're in dangerous.
Go on a boat.
We're in dangerous Dr. Zeus territory here. The goat's on the boat.
That's it. Yeah. What about the goat on the boat? Right.
Go on the boat.
Do you board?
What about a further discount for important business from the Loshi estate?
Are you all from the Loshi estate?
We work for them. We are from there.
We've been sent to investigate about, that what went down on the bridge.
We
And,
are private investigators.
Our investigation leads us upriver.
We
Hence
are the
The
Loshi.
need for a boat.
So you're going to Laha, yeah?
Yeah, we're following a boat called
You are indeed following.
Esmeralda.
She
Esmeralda.
loves me. We follow.
She's a
No,
fine vessel.
Esmeralda.
She's also now an illegal vessel.
Well, I don't know about that. I mean, she might be carrying illegal wares, but that's not the crew's fault. That'd have been whoever commissioned
It
it.
is. This is our jobs to find out.
That's Captain Reed's ship. He's a terrifying captain.
I know not of this Captain Reed. Who is he? Explain more.
He's a well-traveled businessman, but don't cross him. He's got a wicked turn with his sword.
What's his business?
Really?
I wouldn't mess with him.
Most interesting.
Well, okay, let's set sail. Unfortunately, I've not been able to get any crew at this late notice, so you just got me. But if you can help me with some of the rope moving, I think we can be all right. We'll be okay.
I'm not very strong, but I'll try.
Well, you've got a dragon boy and an orc boy. I think you will be okay.
It
Okay.
is not a samurai's way.
Oh, sorry. Jeez. He basically knocks out the last of the wood. The princess just kind of like rolls down this slope off from the dry dock and just kind of like whoosh, and you see bubbles start to appear from the bottom. You see him go, bullshit! He runs up on the deck and then dives down below, grabbing a bit of wood and some nails as he goes. Yeah, just give me a couple of minutes. It'll be fine. I'll be fine. I tell you, it'll be fine. You're gonna go. He runs inside and you hear. Yeah, I think that's got it. Yep, we're okay. We're okay. You can come on board now. So, you come on board the ship. It's actually a beautiful ship. It's just very old, and it's seen better days. But you can see that once upon a time, this was a beautiful ship. In fact, it's got like a number of portholes for cannons. So this was obviously possibly a naval ship at some point, owned by one of the nations. But it's in some sort of semi-retirement now, as a dilapidated heap. But it seems to be seaworthy, and you all get on board, and he starts pulling on some of the ropes, and as he does, this huge sail just falls down, and the wind catches onto the sails, and it just starts to move. Yeah, the sails kind of like start catching the wind. You see, he runs from one side of the boat to the other, and as he does, he's kind of like moving ropes, pulling on them, tying them off, running over, grabbing another rope, pulling it, tying it, and you look at him and you think, I'd never be able to do that. I wouldn't have a clue. If you'd have tried to sail this thing, you just would have taken it into a rock and smashed it. He looks to you. Orc fella, would you go and take the tiller and just basically pointing in the other direction?
Yeah, I mean, definitely. Tiller.
All right, point it northeast and hold it. So you can see this massive stick coming up from the back. He's actually got like a big wheel on the front as well, but there's also like this rudder on the back. And he gets you to point it at such a sharp angle that the boat kind of like just pulls itself round quite hard. And then he runs across the ship again and then pulls the sail back in the other direction. And then there's like a tug as the wind catches fully onto the sail, and it's like a and the boat starts moving forward. He then runs up to the wheel. Strain her up! Oh boy, I think I kind of need to find out your names. I don't mean any disrespect. I just forgot to ask your names. I'm Old Bob. Old Bob's my name. He turns the wheel. As does the ship, just basically peeks its way around into the bridge, and then you go under the bridge, and there's like kind of this hollow, echoey sound for a moment as you kind of go under this bridge. It's a huge, cavernous bridge, and as you talk under it, your voice just kind of like boings off of the walls and the ceiling above your head. And then as you come back out the other side, the wind catches it further, and you just... and you're off. You see him sort of like, oh dear, old Bob is not getting any younger. Oh dear.
Well done, Bob.
Well, thank you, Gnome. What's your name? I'm Old Bob. Please tell me your names. Millhouse. Great to meet you. I tell you, some of the most hospitable people I've ever met are gnomes.
We like all people.
Yeah, and what are you? We've talked a lot, Hawkman, but we haven't exchanged names. So I've given you mine, but...
Well, Mr. Bob, people call me Seb.
Seb? Old Bob. Percy's like, hi, old Bob, I'm Percy. Ah, Percy boy. You look right pretty in your little armor there. Just make your way down below and settle in. It's gonna be a little bit of a ride. So we're heading on to Lahar, are we?
Yeah.
No.
Sounds like
No.
I don't know.
Definitely not.
I thought that's where we were going.
Lahar is where Longbeak is. He's several days. Lahar's about 4 or 5 days travel from here. He starts heading up.
We're going to
Ganeshi.
Ganeshi.
I'm glad someone remembered. Ah, Ganeshi. Yeah. Oh, that's the next part along. I'd have probably stopped there anyway, just to get some more supplies in. I hadn't really had enough time to get everything together. I mean, you took me by surprise by the whole, hey, I'm gonna hire you for more money than I normally charge, and then we're all off in a bit of a rush. So, yeah, it's all good.
You talk a lot, little man.
Well, I spend a lot of time on my own, so what am I gonna do but talk to myself? So, what's your name, Honorable Samurai? I'm impressed to have one of your kind of my little old princess.
Call me Griff.
Griff, nice to meet you. Old Bob. Who gives you a bit of a wink. You notice he's just got like a little pair of shorts on, which actually were originally trousers, and he's just basically cut the legs out. Nothing on his top, just basically... He hasn't got loads of tattoos, he's just basically got this scrawny old man stick thing body with these kind of brawny, strong but thin arms, and he just seems to hold on to this wheel with like these tiny but well-toned muscles just bearing the strain. And what about you, pretty owl?
My name's Lily.
Hi, Lily. I tell you what, why don't you go up on under the crow's nest? You probably find it quite comfortable there.
Oh, thank you.
He points up at the top of the boat, and there's this kind of like nest, as he called it, at the very top above the top mast. And if you rest on it and just perch, you can just see the whole well go like this, which is a bit strange, but it's quite nice to be able to see out. You almost got the elevation you would have when you're flying, but you're just stood up. Okay.
Let's go.
Make perception rolls as you leave the docks. As you look back.
Well, all of us?
All of you.
I got 17.
Hey.
13.
13.
I seem to be the most perceptive.
Very interesting.
Do we see much?
Oh, you got 15. Sorry, I was waiting for Seb. I didn't realize it was wrong.
Oh,
I keep clicking off the Discord chat. I do apologise. Oh, that's not what I wanted to do. Okay. 15, 17, 13, 16, Millhouse. You noticed the guy that you were speaking to, oh, this is so heavy. Oh, my, he runs down to the dock as you go off, and he starts speaking to one of the other guys, and they both look out at you as you're leaving, and they look at each other, and they're like, and then one of them runs down to the dock, and then you can see him like banging on some device that's in the water. And then they sort of fade from view as the ship sails down the River Onyx. Sorry?
A device?
Yeah.
That's kind of device.
That's just, well, it wasn't a lump of rock, it was wood, you think, with some sort of bits coming out.
Would we not have seen that? We passed them.
No, it's right. You were up by the dock, by the where the guys were coming out and going to the warehouse, but it goes right down to the waterfront. He went right down to the water, started banging on something in the water. You can't turn around anyway. The ship's just like it's just something you notice as you go off into the distance. I don't know if you tell anybody, Millhouse. You're the only one that spotted it.
They were doing something and looking at us. I think we caught some attention.
What are you talking about, Millhouse? She says.
They had like a little device in the water. It was like it was made of wood. I don't know, but the two guys with the barrels were talking.
What is
They
it?
seemed quite nice, but they like gold.
What
Who
is it?
doesn't like gold?
Well, I can't be sure, but if it is what I think it is, we might be in some trouble. I hope you guys are good in the scrap.
I'm very good.
You've obviously drawn some attention. Jesus.
I try to avoid conflict at all costs, but
yeah, I'm not sure the princess is up for anything too aggressive. So they're probably calling the Grindylow. That's what they're doing. The Grindylow, you know the Grindylow. Everyone make history checks.
Grindy, no.
Grindy, no. I don't know what you're talking about.
No,
But I know magic.
I got 20.
I do not know.
6.
I
Yeah.
know all.
Woohoo!
You are scaring me, little man.
Okay, Millhouse, who seems to be the knowledgeable
Only
one
his
with these
character.
things. Well, he's an investigator. It's what he does.
Big brain energy.
Yeah, he must feed his brain. You've heard of the Grindylow. They're basically a almost goblinoid seafaring race that live under the water, but they're kind of like half octopus, half goblin. And they live with octopuses, and they have.
They were like mermaids, but
no, they're nasty, horrible things. Yeah. But you have heard of them. Being in the Ritheronyx, there's a whole society under the water somewhere of these things. And old Barb explains that that's the device to speak to them. So it basically calls out to them. But might be nothing. But we need to keep on the lookout, I would say. Okay.
Well, don't worry, sir. We'll have it under control.
So you sail on for a few hours, and you notice as you do that to the left you can see the Empire, beautiful tall mountain regions as you can follow down the Angmei mountain ranges on the left. On the right, it's like an alien landscape of these domed buildings. You can see sort of where whereas the Empire side is quite rocky and large, to the right it seems quite flat, so you can't see very far, but none of the buildings seem particularly high. And then within a few minutes of sailing off, it just starts to flatten out, and then you can just see fields as far as the eye can see. There's lots of peasant type people walking around working the fields. You don't see any big castles or massive palaces or anything like that. There's just lots and lots of humble people living in huts and small houses of very modest description. Seb, you've seen this all before when you came down, so there's nothing new for you. But for the rest of you, this is quite a new experience, except for Percy, who should remember what his own nation looks like, but he might have already forgotten. Nope. You sail on 6 hours in, so it's now, you've stopped and eaten lunch. While you were at the docks, Leia made sure that we got enough food. Basically, on the backpacks of Gertie, there's enough supplies to last you, should be the whole journey to the Krek Longbeak and back. Not luxury food, but certainly sustaining food that doesn't rot. So dried meats, things like that, crisp bread that's been dried, potatoes that have been, prepped and baked. Yeah, potatoes from Krishni are quite a luxury. Most imperial dishes tend to be rice-based. Fish heavily on the menu, whereas Krishni is a lot more into red meats and potatoes type activities in the gob. Okay, so whereabouts are you going to be on the boat as it sails down this river? Tell me. So, Lily, where are you resting as you sail along? Up on the cruise?
Yeah.
Right, okay. And Grith?
Okay, you see where she is, just to the right of that on the main deck. Behind where I suppose technically you'd have a store down to underneath the, more central than that, if you can. I don't know if you can, I don't think you can.
Yeah, okay. Under the sail, that's fine.
Yeah.
Seb?
I like to be at the back of the boat. I'll be mincing about on my instruments a little bit.
Okay. So as the boat's rocking, you're like, you're trying to get the grind tone to sound similar to the creak. Okay, we're in some weird 50s horror movie now.
Yeah, this is what I ordered last week and it arrived like the day later. It's so stupid, I love it.
I love it.
It just makes dumb noises.
It's a bit like that.
It's incredibly annoying.
Yeah.
It sounds like a stylophone, doesn't it?
Stylophone, yes.
Right, okay. Millhouse. So there is also 2 other decks. So below deck there's like a main cabin area where there's beds and there's the main storage, and then right at the bottom of the ship, at the bottom of the ship, there's even more storage. So, here's the below deck. You can just see this if it starts to appearing on your screen in a second. So here's the sort of lower deck, and you can see down from the upper deck to the lower deck. There's cannons there, but they're all rusted and knackered. None of them work, as far as you're aware, or you don't think they work. There's no cannons on board anyway. Sorry, only cannonballs on board. There's no gunpowder. But there are some old cannons just sort of sat with the portcullises closed, where this was once obviously a naval vessel. And then, oh, hold on, it's not coming up.
Is there any cannonballs, or is it just cannons?
There's no cannonballs, no.
Right.
There's no gunpowder either. This has been decommissioned as a military ship for a long time. You could probably, with a bit of money and time, recondition this back into a full, sturdy, battle-ready ship again. It's quite lean and fast, but well stacked with portcullises for its size. It's just...
Oh, yeah.
Old Bob sort of regales with you. When I was back in the Imperial Navy with this ship, the Princess, she was a legendary ship, I tell you. She was involved in so many battles against the Krishni and against the African. Oh, the days when old Bob was young Bob. He's going and he tells you about a few little battles he's involved in and blemishes. The stories of how the Princess could take on entire fleets on her own. But now she's retired and old Bob looks after her after she was abandoned by the Navy. But she's my princess, that's for sure. Okay, it's very blurry on that. That's better. For some reason it's coming up in really low res on my feed, but it's not. Who have I missed? So Percy's below deck at the moment, protecting Z. With Gertie doesn't like it up on deck, so he's walked her down, put some blinders on Gertie, and then they're down in the lower deck, just chillaxing together. Like that.
They're underneath, safe and sound, kind
Yep.
of just happy as they are.
Okay.
Before we get
Lily, just oh.
Sorry, no, still here.
That's okay. Can you make a perception check? Only you,
Yep.
as you're up on the crow's nest. 12.
12.
No, I'll make it. Right. You just... Sorry? Oh. You're just basically admiring the view. The sun's starting to sort of kiss the horizon. It's later in the day now. You've had lunch here. You've had dinner here on the ship. You can imagine that it must only be a couple of hours, maybe 3 hours or more left to get to Ganeshi, which is the first stop. And basically, it's designed to be about a day's sailing from the Bridgeport, which is where you left from. And you notice that he's taking it at quite a steady speed. The mountains on the Angmei Mountains kind of funnel the wind, so there's a good headwind that sort of push. Half wind. There's the wind pushing you forward at quite a steady rate. Anyway, you've got quite relaxed into the journey, not worried so much about the troubles from back on bridge, from the Onyx Bridge port, when there's suddenly this blur of activity, and these hideous creatures just leap up onto the deck of the ship. Oh. They appear all at the same time. You can see that it's quite an orchestrated leap.
everybody, at our stations.
and these creatures. So they, I mean, hold on. So Millhouse described them as being a little bit like goblins with octopus feet, but that doesn't do them justice. They basically have these row of tiny, sharp teeth, and like the mouth almost consumes their whole face. And they have these two arms with kind of pointed dagger-like nails, and their legs are a mess of tentacles, basically, that just keep flipping and flapping and blah, 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 as they didn't so much as leap onto the boat as they just kind of like tentacles appeared, and then all at once just these creatures just appeared up onto the deck of the ship very, very fast. You had a chance to spot them, but only Lily could have done, and she didn't roll well enough. They did do very good stealth checks. They came up to the boat.
Oh, Bob, get out of the way! We're gonna take these people out!
Old Bob looks around. He's like, "Get off my ship! Get off my ship! These are under my protection! Get off the princess, or you'll pay the price!" What are you doing? So these four of these creatures have just leapt up on the deck. They look terrifying, almost like mini little shark faces in this green bodies.
I'm drawing my swords. I'm slicing the head off the nearest one to me.
Okay, so you're going straight into attack. No talk. Right, initiative.
Well, what's the point? Hang on, whoa.
Whoa.
Okay, who's good at bribe? Hang on, Harry, you're good at bribe. You want to bribe him?
The samurai's like, "Yes, I will draw my swords and kill." No, wait, maybe we should talk.
Show me your leader.
You don't want to see our leader. He will eat you all. Now, Bob, stand out of the way while we take these people for dinner. Ah!
Roll for initiative.
We are friends.
Roll for initiative. Oh, I'll begin it. Hold on.
Well done, everyone. Now we're fighting.
Yeah, so basically these creatures just appeared on the deck, Millhouse. They got those octopus legs.
My entire party can hear your voice, don't worry, I heard it all.
Oh, right, okay. Percy's below deck protecting Leah at the moment. So he's basically going to stay down there, watching the staircase, waiting for these things to appear.
Wait, what's this?
I space join. Exclamation mark.
So, Seb, at the back, you're like, and then these two things appear left and right of you. Millhouse, you're sitting on the side of the boat, just looking out, and you see one appear to your left, between Seb and Sandwich Seb. I lost my voice there for a second. And then two more have come up on the side, either side of Grith. And combat has started. These guys don't look like they want to talk. They just look like they're going to eat you.
I've drawn both my swords and taken a defensive position against them.
Right. We're just 13.
I really hope they're not the things that Simon put in the chat, because if so, we are fucked.
What?
The chat, do Gary. I've looked them up.
Oh, don't look them up. That ruins the fun.
It does.
That does
They're
ruin the fun.
bastards.
The metagaming, whatever you say it is.
I didn't even see it pop up, but I will not go looking for it. I know what Grindylows are from Harry Potter. Harry Potter!
Oh God, Harry Potter. Are they in Harry Potter?
Potter, you have come to die.
Harry Potter. Harry Potter. Right. I wonder what that was for a second then.
You can wait. I bet you can try and play the Jurassic Park theme.
Oh my God!
Why?
The problem
I
is
just feel like it's got
this
the right...
has no markings for where the notes are. You just have to kind of guess.
Yeah, but
Unless
it's...
you have perfect. That auto tune was trying very hard.
Kenny Everett did the Jurassic Park music.
Okay, let's have a look at your initiatives and let's get this rocking.
Kenny Everett Joe.
I'm inspired. Seb's inspired.
Be inspired!
How much does that cost?
40 quid.
Jesus Christ!
What?
I've seen your bargaining skills. Was that from old Bob? Oh, this instruments.
This is a small one. The big ones, which are much easier to play, are like 7. But they're just so cool. It's a musical note with a face.
I want one.
It's amazing.
Keep playing it.
I'll link you them. I will link you them.
£10 on myself, jeez.
Oh, I've been terrible during lockdown. I've been like, yes, I must save because I don't know about work. And then I've just been like, well, I've been saving so much, I should spend some.
There's no point going through lockdown if you can't enjoy it.
Mate, you're gonna have to save. It's gonna be a while. Okay, Lily. Lily, you're on top of this. You're like, we need to get into action. What are you gonna do, girl?
Oh, yeah, arrow straight away. Yeah, we're gonna go for...
Probably the one next to the mage.
Yeah.
And the bards, the two
Where
people
is
with...
the mage?
It's amazing.
At the end of the boat. I was gonna go for the closest one because I thought I'd have more of an advantage on the closer one.
You have no advantage.
No.
Oh. Well, no, not an advantage, but I thought
You're not disadvantaged. That's the use.
Yeah, everyone's within range.
Okay, that's good. Okay, we'll go for the one nearest.
And you're completely safe and out of reach at the moment up on this, even without having to fly.
Right.
Love it.
I still think you can play Jurassic Park on that.
Yeah, I probably could figure it out. What I really need to do is I need to go through it all and then try and graduate where the notes are.
Yeah, just get like a little marker pen and just kind of like...
The problem is they are really close together on this one.
What is it for long, like, how do you do it, get attacked? Is it...
Exclamation mark A space longbow.
Right, cool.
Yes, you have longbow and talons. Yeah, longbow.
19 to hit and 10 piercing damage.
Right.
That's
Don't
pretty
forget
good.
You have spells now, Lily. Doesn't look like you've chosen any spells.
I did, I picked 2 spells.
Have you updated from D&D Beyond?
I can't see it in D&D Beyond.
Exclamation mark update.
No, what I'm saying is, there's none selected.
I get it, but if you have like an, I don't know if the link works different. If it's not updated.
I probably picked some terrible spells, but it's fine.
I haven't even. I mean, no. What I'm saying is, on D&D Beyond, there's no spells. Not on. It just says 2 first level slots available. Oh.
They're on my sheet. So I don't know.
Oh dear. Right. Okay. Well, that's weird.
Right. Okay.
Right. So you doing attack 19? Yep, that hits. Which one are you hitting?
I was going for the one next to the maid.
So the one on top right, between Seb and Mage.
Yep.
Number 3. Jesus, 40. Okay, the arrow flies true, smacks into this green flesh. There's like a squelch as the arrow just basically hits and goes deep into the flesh of this beast. It doesn't seem to have made much of a mark on it, though it's hard to tell from here at your distance, but it's definitely, I mean, it's gone like feather deep. It's just like the feather left in this rubbery flesh. So you've done something.
I didn't realise the spell I had is a bonus action, but I had to do it before I took a shot.
I can do it next time.
Is that Hunter's Mark?
No.
Another one that we shall see on her next turn. Okay, so next is Millhouse.
Yeah, I am going
to face the mighty Millhouse Manor-Storm.
Exactly.
Yeah.
I'm going to Mage Armor.
Worst 2-drop ever.
What do you mean? A bold target.
worst 2-drop ever, because you guarantee the enemy will play it against you and you have no spell. But you play it against the enemy and you're just going to get fucking murdered straight up. It will be Miracle Rogue with everything they need in their hand, and they'll just spend the next turn killing you.
Well, it hasn't been in rotation for multiple years, so don't worry.
It's been a very long time since I played Hearthstone.
I'm lost. I am so lost. Usually you just went into a different language there for a second.
Millhouse Manastorm was a Blizzard character, and his Hearthstone card was a 2-drop 4/4, but what was it? He allowed opponents to cast spells for free on their next turn, which is just kind of like high risk, maybe high reward, or maybe just straight up death.
Normally just death.
But we're in the world of Lorimar right now, and Millhouse is a gnome dude who's
I'm technically level 2, so 2 mana makes sense.
There you go.
There you go.
Do you have 8 health? Because then you could be a 4/4.
Not quite.
10.
Almost got.
Okay, so what's that take your armor up to?
Mage armor on myself, and that gives me. It's.
Oh, that's it. Yeah. Plus.
It'll be 17 AC.
Target's base AC becomes 13 plus Dex modifier. The spell ends if the target dons armor. So you're not wearing any armor at the moment.
Nope.
So your AC's gone up to 17. Is that right?
Are we?
Yeah. That works out as a +3 for you. Bloody hell. Pretty damn good. That spell's changed a lot since 3.5. Jesus. Right. Okay. So you cast that spell. A blue glow of shimmering armor just kind of like all over your body. It's very pretty. Okay, the Grindelow attack. There's an explosion at the back. Seb, there's a huge cloud of ink just explodes from one of these Grindelwalds into a 20-foot radius.
Now we are fighting Harry Potter.
You didn't even give me a chance to move.
Grindelow. Oh, sorry, Millhouse. Yes, you got a movement.
Completely ignored my movement time.
Sorry.
To the bird box.
You know what?
Well, where's the ladder for the birds now?
You have to go past Griff. So 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, 35. It's 40 foot to the ladder.
Okay, I'm going to stand directly in the middle of all 4 of them.
Okay.
Center.
Try
and space myself out a bit. Rather that, or I'm going to get attacked by all of them. One of the options.
Okay. Well, 2 of them are going to go for Seb, and 2 of them are going to go for Griff. It's basically what's going to happen.
As always.
Yeah, they both come in.
At least you have armor.
As they come towards you all like Jelly Welly. Okay, the ink explosion just smashes all around you, becomes really, really dark. So,
Ellie's got the hit.
Right,
hold your breath, Ellie.
Oh, that actually worked. So basically that whole area at the back of the ship is now completely obscured with like a magical darkness.
Ew.
Oh, that's interesting. Okay. Oh, god damn. It doesn't do anything. Ignore that. I'm so sorry.
You just erased the back end of that picture.
No, it's back. It's okay. It's only for underwater combat. Because basically any breeze or anything just blows it away. One of them farts, he gets on deck, it's like, black cloud comes out and the wind just takes it away. Ooh, and he's like, oh, that doesn't work. So he goes in with he attacks basically. He's got a spear in their hand. You can see from the picture they've got a spear But they've also got these tentacles that are going to go. Okay, so Seb, first attack on you.
You only have to beat AC 11, so smash me in the face.
First one hits for 7 damage. Ouch.
Well, I'll be unconscious by the end of this turn.
Spear plunges into you, kind of catches you in the arm. You're like, ow!
Oh.
The second one tries to shit.
Second one tries to shit. Damn.
Millhouse, don't forget your thing.
Oh yeah. Well, I was gonna. Yeah.
The second one attacks and hits.
Oh, okay. Woo! I was going to use it against myself, but I clearly can't. Replaced by a 5 then.
Okay, the 15 is replaced by a 5. His spear goes to hit, but seconds beforehand, Millhouse is like, Seb, move left. You move left slightly, and the spear that would have absolutely gutted you just basically goes into the middle of the air and misses instead, saving you for that round. See how powerful that is? Okay, and then 2 of them go on you, Griff. One of them hits AC 14. What's your AC? 17. Right, first one.
AC 13.
The first one's. Sorry?
17.
How can you have an AC of 13?
AC 17. Sorry, I was looking at HP. Sorry.
Yeah, 17. Yeah. And oh god, both of them try and hit you with their spear, and both times the spears just basically rake across your armor. You just like take it. Oh, spears cannot penetrate my samurai armor. And that's them gone. Yes, the ink thing I can't do. And I've chosen to spell attack instead of tentacle attack. I might have tentacle attack next time. Now they're in. Yeah, so they basically they charged in. As they charged in, the tentacles were like wobbling on the floor, and they just basically pushing their spears at you. But next turn, you'll see that their tentacles are going to start raising up towards you, like that.
Like watching Octodad, isn't it?
Yeah. Okay, so that was on something. So Seb would have gone down, but Millhouse saw the future and changed the way that happened.
Now it's Griff's turn.
Griff, your sword is drawn, Griff.
Both swords are drawn. I'm in a defensive position, which has served me well. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to try a spin attack on both of them.
Spin attack?
Yeah.
I died.
Sure.
I mean, it's more of a descriptive thing, Dad, not a.
Oh right, okay. I'm going to
basically
start looking up what spin attack is.
I'm going to use my acrobatic skill and my dexterous abilities to try and slash both at least with one attack, and then try and finish at least one of them off before I get a face from the tentacle.
Okay, these things look really tough, and by that I mean you reckon it's going to take a few. I mean, you're a military expert. I'm telling you, these things are butch. They're built. They've worked out. They're svelte.
Are they single?
Okay. Yeah, yes, they're single. Well, until you start chopping their limbs apart. But basically, they look very tough. As in, they have a lot of it.
Alright, let's do this by the numbers then. Okay, so attacking the guy. If you're looking at the boat, the guy at the top of the boat, the one in front of me.
Yep.
I'll call it in front of me. The one below me is behind me. Attacking him with a slashing attack using my slashing katana sword. What is it? It's the what is the sword? Which one is it? It's the
scimitar slashing. The short sword is piercing.
Short sword stabbing. Yeah. Okay, so scimitar.
It doesn't have
slash.
any. It doesn't matter in this case. There's no particular resistances to either, so they get damaged by either equally. Okay, so make an attack roll.
Was it exclamation A?
A space short sword.
or scimitar.
Or scimitar. Okay,
To
hits
hit,
AC 14. Yep, that hits. Roll 1 for damage. Yep.
Damage is already rolled. It's slashing 3.
Yeah. Oh, that pencil's buggered. The scimitar slashes and as its curved blade goes round, but it barely nicks the skin of this creature, just makes a sort of slight cut across its body as it kind of tries to move out of the way.
Okay, I'm going to try again with the let's see.
Don't forget you got second wind now as well.
Yeah, second wind. Explain that to me.
Basically, you get some hit points.
Okay, so let me try with second wind to.
No, don't do second wind now. I mean, if you get wounded, basically it's like a little self heal that you can do. You kind of suck it up and go, and it allows you to keep going for longer.
Gotcha. Okay, so with this, then I will stay on the same. I'll look at the other guy. Let's make things tricky. I'll look at the other guy behind me, the one who's at the bottom, and I will attack him with my short sword. So it's that, and it's short sword. Okay, so it's a 17 hit, and it's 8 damage piercing.
Okay, is that the same one you hit the first time, or you get
the other guy? I think I'll try and to balance it out the fight a bit, take them down both a bit. So
okay, that's your choice.
But I tell you what, to make life easier,
you're gonna end up taking more damage that way, but.
No, yeah. To make life easier, I'll just attack on the first guy. Then, like I've already done a slash on him, I might as well go in for.
I mean, you're still mindful of the second guy. But you're basically for a narrative style. You are moving between both of them, but you're focusing your attack on one for now. Because if you try to attack both at the same time, I mean, you're defensively trying to block, and that's what your AC helps towards.
I'm making it far more complicated than I need it to be. So if I just concentrate on one guy first of all and attack him.
So take another 8 off of that one. Okay, the second sword plunges into its belly, and it kind of like as you pull it out, all this kind of green blood just goos everywhere. He looks like you've hurt him, but he's still got a lot of fight in him. A lot of fight. Okay, are you doing anything else? Are you moving, or are you gonna just?
Where am I on there? I'm still in between there. I'll take up a more of a. Who's that in between us? Is that Harry in between us?
Yeah, Millhouse. It's in the middle of the deck.
Can I take one? Can I take 2 steps nearer to him?
If you do that, you will get 2 attack opportunities on you.
They will.
Yes. Because you'll be disengaging, and you don't have the disengage feat.
Okay, well I'll stay put and carry on, take a defensive position again, and end my turn. I've made my attack, and then I'll fall back into a defensive posture.
Okay. Right. So that's Griff. So I think it's Seb now, isn't it?
Yeah, it is.
Yep, it is Seb on 3.
Woohoo! Here we go. I'm a little bit surrounded. This is going to be interesting. So,
by the way, while you're doing this for descriptive purposes, just so you know, old Bob is tying off the wheel on a bit of rope for some reason, as if he's trying to secure it. So if he lets go, the wheel won't turn.
So it's keeping it on a direct course to where we need to go.
Bob could be a legendary warrior for all we know.
Yeah.
Could well be.
He's an old Navy boy. Could be.
I will cast Hideous Laughter on the one north of me.
Okay, the one that's already been wounded.
Has that one been wounded?
Yeah, so the one north of you's been wounded with an arrow that's kind of like feather deep in its flesh. The one to the south of you is untouched.
We'll go for the south. I thought it was the other way around. My bad. So yeah, south boy then.
Okay,
he
he
makes
makes
a
a
DC 13 wisdom check.
which he fails. He rolls an 8, and his wisdom is 0. He falls on the floor. We have to concentrate on that one, don't you?
I do. There you go.
You do have a bonus action. So he starts laughing uncontrollably. I think. Yep.
That says I'm missing one too many spell slots. That's weird. No.
Did you forget to GLR?
No, I updated from the
Oh, it doesn't matter. You have to do GLR in the actual Discord.
Okay. I'm gonna give you an attack of opportunity, Seb, because he's fallen prone at your feet. Basically, just to completely expose himself as he laughs.
Yeah, no, that's okay. I'm not going to hit him while he's laughing because that gives him another save. So
Okay.
I'll just leave him the fuck alone.
Okay, he's just like. Oh, sorry. He doesn't laugh like that.
Yeah, fish sticks, mate. Aren't they hilarious?
It's so funny.
He thinks they are.
Okay.
Swear if I played like that.
Right, and then I'll
You're striking
I
up a tune.
will bardically inspire Millhouse Manastorm. Oh Millhouse, please kill this cunt in front of me so I don't die and fall in the sea.
Yes, sir.
Okay, he starts playing the old hurdy-gurdy, the grinding away, the heavy hurdy-gurdy. I'm not so loud this time. I thought Iron Maiden, that'll work. You give it a little bit of Iron Maiden. Millhouse, was it? You're feeling it. Turn it up a little bit. Oh, no, I've just muted it. Whoops. Right, okay. So at the end of this turn, old Bob secures us the wheel and then draws a cutlass and turns and says, "Get off my boat! These are my paying customers!" And he starts moving forward and he attacks into the one that's north of you, Griff, which is basically right under where the crow's nest is at the moment. He makes an attack. Oh, he makes it. Jesus, their AC is so low. Oh, fuck you. Okay. Does 2 damage to the Grindelow to the north of Grith. He basically just slashes out with his cutlass, the curved blade, just scything across this thing's chest. The creature looks at him and goes,
So, Bob, what are you doing? If the boss finds out about this, you're dead.
"Well, you better die then so he doesn't find out." The old man just like, "Woohoo, bit of combat." Right, back to you, somebody.
Owl.
Me.
Lily.
Okay. Plan numero uno.
Okay, we're ready.
Right. First of all, I'm going for. Right. Whereabouts are you? Are you at the back?
Yeah, just don't shoot the one underneath him. That's laughing.
Yeah, so Seb's at the back, surrounded by 2 of them. One's on the floor prone laughing. The other one's got your arrow in him.
Okay, we're gonna go for the one with my arrow already in him.
Okay.
Shoot the arrow.
You say you're casting a bonus action spell?
Yes.
Right, okay.
Is it exclamation mark cast and then the spell? Oh, that's a shame.
You haven't got any spells imported.
Oh, of course I don't. How do I do this then?
You need to go onto D&D Beyond and choose your spell.
Yeah,
I have.
it's not showing on D&D Beyond.
Have you updated your character?
Yeah.
I think when you...
I'm very confused.
Right, let me have a look. Right, I'm coming. I'll sort it.
I was so excited for my round.
No, we'll wait. We're fine. We're all good.
Yeah, patience. It's the
attention.
Oh, Goodberry and Hall of Thorns.
Yeah.
Hail of Thorns.
Yeah.
Oh God, Hail of... I will say nothing, because that is metagaming.
Quick question. I don't have any spells, do I yet? I still got.
You're a fighter, aren't you? You probably won't get spells unless you choose to be an Eldritch Knight at level 3.
No, I'm a Dragonborn fighter.
He's already got a breath weapon. He hasn't used it yet.
But that's because he's a Dragonborn.
Yeah.
And I will say nothing about that breath weapon again because it's metagaming. I don't want a metagame, that's boring.
No, not on the metagaming, please. Okay, so basically it's going to do an additional 1d10 piercing damage with every attack you make with the bow for the next minute. Good spell. So it's in D&D Beyond now, so you just need to update it. Or is that? Oh, have you tried that?
Remember how much trouble we had getting Hideous Laughter to work because it used a different name?
That's right, that was last week. Terribly having a nightmare to get that work.
Right. It's only doing Goodberry by cast.
Can you just type cast and see what the table gives you as options?
I've cast Goodberry now. Don't worry about it, it's cast. It's cast. So basically, when you make your attack, Lily, you do an additional 1d10 piercing damage every time you attack. As thorny vines appear on your arrows as they strike. Basically, the arrows are now ribbed for your pleasure.
Well, that was my magical entrance, but you know.
Okay, it's like a... And you see thorns start growing on the arrow as you're about to release it. And then you release it.
Oh God, I can't attack quickly.
Make an attack roll.
Okay. You confirmed that you're attacking, yeah?
What?
What's that, sorry?
Yeah.
I just want to check before I say... Okay. Hail of Thorns is an AoE spell. That deals its damage in a 5-foot radius around the target that it gets hit. So that includes me.
Oh.
Oh yeah, each creature within 5 feet.
Yep.
Well,
oh shit.
I didn't want to say anything until that happened, but there you go.
I didn't spot that.
In my campaign, I had someone do the exact same thing, or rather, I had one of my NPCs do it, and it accidentally killed one of my players.
Oh shit! Which you
it only knocked him unconscious. It was fine.
Which it's just about to do to you as well.
Maybe.
We got to make a dex save.
Oh, that'll go well.
Right. Okay.
Yeah, you need to roll the d10.
Okay, the arrow flies towards the target. Make an attack roll.
The attack roll,
sorry, 20. Oh, 12.
So he takes 12 damage, and then you need to roll 1d10 for the. Oh, good.
8 damage. Okay, so he takes 20 damage.
What's your spell save DC, Ellie?
Where do I find that?
It'll be calculated on D&D Beyond.
You know where their spells were?
Yeah.
When we were looking at them, above them, like a few inches above them, there's 3 numbers.
I rolled exactly 12.
You made it. So that's half damage.
So I only take half.
You take 4 damage.
Okay.
Are you still up?
I didn't.
I am up on 7 health at the moment.
Okay. Lily, you're really super excited. You've drawn on the arcane powers you've never before been able to tap. But as you fire the bow at this creature, the thorns just start spreading out, and you see some of them smash into Seb as he's trying to move. Seb, I think you need to make a
fuck! Ow!
You need to make a concentration check, I think.
I do, which is fuck. Save con.
That means every attack now.
I'm fine. I literally had to roll. Oh no, I don't. I have to roll 10. No, it's whatever's less, isn't it? 10 or half the spell's damage, whichever is less. Half the spell's damage that stood out to me was 2, and I rolled 6, so I'm fine.
You're fine. Okie dokie 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 dokie. Right, an excellent hit. Basically, the most devastating blow so far. As the thorns ripped out of this creature, it goes. It looks like it's taken a huge amount of damage so far. You've already done 30 damage to it on your own, Lily.
Who's the tank now?
Yeah. DPS Queen, Glass Cannon. Oh, saying that, Glass Cannon, you've also got the most hit points. Jesus, the owl is. Must have been the music. Okay, Millhouse. You see the thorns just erupting, and you see a sense of pride in magic being used by one of your other party members. You're like, oh, that's a hell of thorns.
Nice one.
Gee whiz.
Don't shoot your teammate, though. We're better with time. Don't worry.
I'm so happy.
The owl starts crying.
Right, I'm going to shoot a chromatic orb.
Ooh. Okay. The chromatic orb bursts from your hands.
Nice. That has got to be the single most broken first level spell.
You haven't got chromatic orb.
I do. I switched out as I leveled up.
Wizards can switch out every day, can't they? They don't have to wait for level up.
Oh well, I did it when I leveled up anyway.
I need to double check that because it's always weird. Some people can just be like, "Oh, I choose these spells today. I choose these spells today." Then poor old fucking sorcerers are like, "I can only use spells when I level up."
Well, as long as you have them in your spell book.
Yeah, chromatic orb. It's there.
As long as you have them in your spell book, you can switch them out whenever you want, every day, as you say.
Okay.
Leveled up anyway.
Who you were aiming at?
The one with the arrow in it. 2 arrows in it.
The one that's fucked.
Full of thorns. Full of arrow.
Yeah, it's like, but it's still going strong. Even with 30 damage, it's still got a lot of juice in it.
Can I make a slight insight check and see if it's do I think it's takes extra damage from anything in particular?
Yeah, you can make a raw intelligence check.
Okay. $17.
No.
No,
it doesn't have any. You're pretty sure because you remember the Grindelwald.
The one like the safest that nothing's really immune to, which is thunder.
Yep, I mean it's 3d8 thunder damage. Oh, should we be doing Thunderstruck then?
I was just gonna say Thunderstruck.
Nice.
Yeah, I mean it could be immune to like cold or something for all I know.
Yeah.
So I'll go with thunder.
Make your attack roll.
This is the world's worst cover of Thunderstruck.
It's all being played on a hurdy-gurdy for real, which is actually a medieval instrument, which I thought which is why it was cool.
Actually insane.
Right, I'm not seeing the spell.
Okay, just cast it. Make a note. Cast something at first level.
No, I'll just cast Burning Hands on. I'll do. Oh, for sake. Right, I'll cast 2 spells, I'll cast Mage Armor.
I've got to say that the spell system seems to be a little bit.
Yeah, we need to.
Right, there's my Mage Armor gone. Cast. Charm Person. There you go, right.
Right, okay. You charm it with 3d8 damage of thunder. Hey! Hi! Love you! Okay. Well, if you roll max damage, you could kill it.
Oh, I get +6. What's that? 22.
That hits. Oh, 22 damage. No.
No, 22 to hit.
Yeah, no. 22 hits. Quite convincingly.
3d8. Come on! Ooh. It's not bad!
16.
Not bad.
Okay, 16 damage. Wow. Jesus. Okay, its whole body starts to rupture. You can see green just spraying out from loads of wounds. Some of his tentacles have started snapping. And it's like, the pain! Oh, it hurts!
Is he dead?
No.
Oh my god. He's got to be on like 5 hit points or something.
He's on not a lot. he's like hanging on there.
Oh, that's me done. I can't really do anything else. Got no bonus action.
Okay. The Grindelow that's massively wounded turns to leave the boat. I'm gonna go and tell my boss. And he goes to go over the side of the boat.
Come on,
do you want to take an opportunity there, Seb? Because he's like, he's fucking off. He knows he's gonna die if he stays on the boat.
I will attempt to strike him with the hurdy-gurdy of hurdy-gurdiness.
Okay.
I'd like to try and stop him as well, but...
Right.
You can't.
This is the first time I've used this to roll a melee attack, so what the fuck do I type? Attack?
Yeah, exclamation mark A, space in the name of the weapon. Which you've...
I have recorded it just as Great Axe, so that should
just Great Axe.
9 to hit.
I am... Yeah. Is that hitting?
No.
No!
Alright, I'm rotating it. It's an 18.
Okay.
Millhouse calls you again. Aim to the left. Aim to the left. You swing it more to the left, and you would have missed, and it swings and absolutely cleaves into him and takes his head clean off, and it just basically you just see, and your green goo just runs down the side of your hurdy-gurdy, and your instrument starts going. You have to kind of clear the chamber a little bit. You grind it a bit, and the blood and entrails just kind of slips out of it. In fact, it makes the strings feel a bit more slippery as you're hammering the hammers down onto them.
Lubricated.
Got it on low sex sound. Oh, that is not what I wanted to do.
It's also got a hideous high-pitch setting that's awful. Are you ready for this? This is terrible.
No.
Oh! That is awful.
That is awful.
Why do they feel the need to include that?
Because they should do. That's pretty cool. Okay, so one's still on the floor going, oh, my friend has just died. He's my best friend. He was my best man at my wedding. I'm so happy he's dead. The other two attack onto you, Griff. Oh, actually, the one to the north of you turns to face old Bob, and he goes,
Oh, Bob, you shouldn't have done that. Now we're gonna have to kill you too.
So he turns to attack old Bob, and the other one attacks you. So the one attacking you gets 2. That's convincing. With his, he lashes out with his tentacles.
Slaps me.
Yeah, that doesn't hit. That's a shame, because that's a pretty cool attack. The other one goes to attack old Bob. And he rolls a 6. Fuck's sake. I'm all in with this. Come on, these tentacle attacks. That's 11 AC. Oh, actually, that might hit. No, he's got 12. Woof. 12 AC. He misses by 1. The tentacles start trying to wrap themselves around old Bob. But old Bob is a bit of a sea dog. And he just jumps in the air and starts hacking down with his cutlass. Oh, you ain't going to get me that easy, boy. Right. That's a disappointing round. Does he make another concentration check on the hideous laugh?
Yes, okay? every round he can make one. and every time he takes damage.
He rolled
He's
a
checking
2!
against 30. Haha!
Fucking 2!
Laugh more, bitch!
Shout out to the 2 crew. Right, okay. The Grindelow, disappointingly, don't bring much to the show. Griff!
Hello.
You see that the one in front of you that you've been injuring has turned to face old Bob.
Oh no. Poor old Bob.
Do you gonna keep fighting the one that's on old Bob? Try and take him down?
I've got. How many have I still got on me? I've still got one,
2.
Two of them on me.
Yeah, but one's now attacking old Bob instead of you.
Alright, and how is old Bob faring against that? It doesn't seem to be.
He's doing okay so far.
Yeah.
He's barely damaged him. I mean, he's not going to do much damage, but
Right. Okay. I think I'm going to just start the guy underneath me. If Bob's got one guy covered, I'll take out the other guy because I don't want the other guy getting any sort of extra hits in on me. So I'm going to leave Bob to take care of one. I'll take care of the other.
all right. So you turn and face the other one, the fresh one.
Pivot. And I'll turn to my fresh baby. This I'm going to use opposite attacks. So bear a second. Bear with. So is that
I'm going to kill you!
He yells out in his weird wibble wobble voice.
7 and a 6. 7 to hit, 6 damage. It's a myth.
The first short sword, stabs out, and he just basically moves his body to one side, octopus fashion, and the blade just strikes fresh air. Ain't nothing gonna get hit on a 7.
What is the other one? A scimitar, isn't it?
Yeah, slashing.
That's a 12.
That hits.
Damage 8.
Just on the nail. That you slash around again, and this time he can't dodge out of the way of that. And
I'm trying to go through. I'm trying to attack him sort of head first if I can, but obviously upper body would be more preferable here.
Yeah, so he basically just takes a cleave across the chest, and you see some slithering green blood start to dribble out of his body. Oh, that hurts! Right, okay.
I've got no other. Can I do any unarmed strikes on them, or are they my 2 attacks?
No, your 2 attacks is what you've got at the moment.
Okay, so other than that, I've got no other bonus action really. I've not taken any massive damage.
Well, technically, your second attack is a bonus action. So basically, your first attack is your main attack. Your second attack is your bonus action attack. But because you've chosen 2-weapon fighting, you get to add your bonus to both, basically.
Okay, I've got no opportunity attack on it either.
No, he hasn't moved. The only other thing you can choose to do is your breath weapon.
Yeah, I want to say that because we're on a boat that's made of wood. It's not a bright idea.
No.
Not a very bright idea.
That's why I didn't use burning hand.
So what I'm going to do is go back. Yes, your burning hand. You can get cream for that. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take up a defensive position back after my attack has finished. I'm going to
you prepare yourself ready for the onslaught next. Seb!
Yep.
Is it my go?
Yes.
I believe so.
Right then.
Okay.
So this bellend's just on the floor kind of laughing a bit, isn't he?
Yeah.
Bellend, I agree.
What shall I do? What's this? Is this concentration? It's not concentration. I will
sleep.
No.
What's it gonna be?
Yeah, I could do. Or so the one to the north of me is gone, isn't it? It's not there anymore. Even it's in the ocean, but dead.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, sorry. I can get rid of it. Hold on. Its body parts are just floating in the water at the moment.
Okay. I am going to go and stand next to Millhouse. I will use Vicious Mockery on the one south of Griff, which is a cantrip.
Yep. 1d4 psychic damage.
I need to make a wisdom saving throw first.
He rolls an 11, which I think
He
is going to
failed.
fail. Yep.
Yeah. So
on,
I need
insult
to
him.
1d4. Your mum's got gill rot, mate. So do you.
What? How dare
Yeah, you heard. You heard. He takes 2 damage, but more importantly, he is disadvantaged on his next attack.
I was gonna say, please don't enrage him to make him even stronger to attack me.
My mother's an octopus! She's an angel! You bastard! I can't believe this! I can't get over what you just said!
You've done me in! Oh, well, I switched off. You've done me in! Okay, he's disadvantaged. Disadvantaged. Oakley dokley. And, oh, Bob goes in. You hear Percy. Is it okay? Is everything okay up there? Do you need me? I'm protecting Leia. Princess Leia needs protecting.
That's fine. Protect the princess.
Nah, she'll be fine, mate. You just stay down there.
Okay.
I don't want to think of what you're doing with that goat.
You might fall off the boat.
Okay. Oh, Bob hits again on 17 for 4 damage.
Go on, Bob. You get him. You get him, Bob.
This one's looking a bit wounded, but it's like, it's still going strong though. They're both still going very strong.
Come on, Bob. Take him to town.
Right, Lily.
Right.
Oh, I forgot to bonus action inspire Griff. Apologies.
What? Right.
I will inspire you, and I will. Griff, oh Griff, please don't whiff your next attack, and Griff, oh Griff, please deal lots of damage. Yeah.
That's it. You got 1d6 now of inspiration to add to an attack roll now. Or of an attack. You are inspired. The rock music is just getting to you.
She's getting scales.
Yeah. Okay. Lily.
Right, I'm gonna stay safe up here because I don't like the look of them down there. So we're just gonna go for another attack on the longbow, you know.
Don't forget your longbow is riddled with thorns. So anyone
That's
you
fine.
attack is going to AoE.
Someone's gonna have to take the sacrifice. No, I'm joking.
Oh wow,
That's not how
Varys would be proud.
Wait, but there's one in the corner there.
The Varys seal of approval.
The one in the corner is laughing its head off.
Fireball innocent creatures? That's a seal of
not?
approval.
Certified Varys unsafe.
Wait, why is it laughing again?
It's
Spell.
concentrating.
Oh look! You're going to target me with that arrow! Oh, this is all so funny! I love it! I love it! It's so funny! Oh, I'm inking myself! I'm inking myself! You see a bit of black ink just starts oozing out of his groin. Oh, I'm inking myself! Oh, I've got whiffy inky! Whiffy inky!
I'm assuming we're not attacking that one.
Well, at the moment, it's incapacitated. As soon as you hit it with an arrow... Well, you don't know that.
Okay, well I'm not going to risk it.
Okay. You would rather
then
hit Griff.
But then, oh, I don't know. How many hit points have you
Don't
got?
hit me.
It's alright, Griff's got loads of hit points. Hasn't even been hit yet.
If you hit the one to the north of Griff, you'll hit old Bob and Griff with the arrow.
If you just shoot Griff, you'll hit them both with the thorns. That's what Varys would do. How do I maximise my AoE potential? Directly attack my ally? That gets the Varys seal of approval.
Yeah,
I mean,
don't do that. He'll die.
Lily is not very good with numbers or measurements, so it just goes over her head. She just wants to help destroy these things so they can move on and help nicer people. So, what one is not going to get Bob hurt?
The bottom one.
The bottom one.
What,
The
the
bottom.
one that's last?
The one at the bottom is far away from old Bob.
But if I hit either of the two at the top, they're both gonna hit Bob.
There's only one.
There's only one at the top. There's only two in combat.
I think we're talking about different sections of the boat here. I think we switched them around.
Oh, Ellie, you're looking at it. Ellie, click the live button, mate. You're clearly looking before one of them died.
Hold on. There's still 3 there.
Yeah, there's 3. There's one on your own. Yeah. That one's incapacitated with laughter.
The one underneath the red dragon person.
Yes, the one
the one underneath the red dragon person.
Roll the attack. You know which one you're shooting. It's fine.
I'm not. Okay, you know what one I'm shooting at, yeah?
Yes, yeah, the bottom one.
Yeah.
Not the one that's laughing.
No.
That's the one at the back of the boat. No.
Right.
Because it will stop laughing, and he won't be very happy.
Nat 1.
Well, I missed.
Nat 1.
Wow, all of that just for a miss.
Ow, leave her alone.
Thank you for wasting your time. I mean, you're welcome for wasting your time.
You pull the bowstring and you're about to aim, and a particularly large wave hits the boat, and the boat moves, and as you release, the arrow just splashes into the water.
And hits Bob in the head.
It punches the boat, and the boat sinks.
Or if I hurt him.
And you see thorns just start sprouting in the water, and then the current just takes them away.
I only have 16 arrows left.
How many?
16.
Okay. It's getting close.
Where can I get more arrows?
Millhouse.
Hello.
Hello.
I'll shoot another chromatic orb because it seemed to have worked last time.
Okay, which one are you asking at?
The one fighting Bobby Boy.
Right. Okay, the one at the north.
Yeah.
I'm the king in the north. Aye.
Oh, boy.
I should be king of all Westeros.
Oh, Greg. Oh, Bob.
Okay, you attack and. Ooh,
ignore that. That's just me getting rid of my spell slot.
Oh yeah.
21 to hit.
Hits. Flop. What damage is it?
I'm going to choose something different this time. Let's go with lightning.
Okay. Ooh. A bolt of lightning ripples out across the boat. It's horrendously loud.
What are you, the god of again?
Only 10 damage this time. A little bit more disappointing roll.
It still rips into its flesh, and you can see the flesh just like torn apart by the energies unleashed upon it. But it's okay. It's still fighting strong. Right, so the Grindylows are going to attack. This one, the one on the north, is going to try and ensnare old Bob. Fucking hell. For 4. Right, the other one's going to go onto you, Griff. 7, 8, 9, 10, 11. Fuck, no, AC. And the last one's going to make his wisdom save. Rolls a 1. Fantastic. Well, these guys are way lamer than they should be. Okay, right. That's Grindelow's done. Griff. Go on to the south of you.
Yeah.
It keeps trying to attack you with its tentacles, and it's just as it does, you just bat them away with your swords, basically defending yourself.
I'm just gonna play with him. I think while he's doing that, just like while he's doing that, I'm just gonna bat it away and just like, come on then, I'm wasting my time by.
Okay, you mock him. He gets very angry with you.
Good. Take this fight seriously.
Okay, make your attack rolls.
I'd actually. I don't. How far is he from the edge of the boat, by the way?
It's 5 feet from the end of the rope. End of the boat.
If I do a grapple, is there any way with an unarmed strike a grapple can push him back into the water?
Yeah, you can literally use push as a grapple.
Yeah, you can try that. But then he could go for his boss.
Yeah, we don't want him getting off the boat, do we, to report back. So, okay, yeah, so I'll just go with a scimitar slash here.
I have a boss lying in wait just in case any of them gets off the boat.
Oh, yeah, I bet you have. Hang on a sec.
Yep. He's tougher than these guys.
There he is.
Once.
19 and 4.
Yep, the first one hits. And
should have let that first one get away then. Could have got extra XP for killing the boss.
And second one, hang on a sec. Short sword. And that's a 15 piercing with. Sorry, it's a 15 hit with piercing of 6.
Okay, that one hits as well. So you slashed it and then push the sword in, and it starts getting multiple lacerations. Green, gooey blood just dribbling out of this creature. It's really angry.
Twist my blade in him.
You try to, but it keeps moving around, and the blades just get pulled free as he moves his body around. This thing's moving quite quickly, and its tentacles are doing this.
You know what? I don't believe for 1 minute that's the tentacles. I think you just like doing that far too much, Gary. Yeah. All right. So I go back to taking up a defensive position and wait for his next attack.
Okay, I'm just trying to learn how to type. Okay, Griff, nice. Seb, it's back to you again.
Well. Jackal has changed somehow. That boy's still laughing in the corner.
Yes, I am. Oh, he is.
I'm going to charge hurdy-gurdy attack, the one in the south.
Okay, the one that's disadvantaged. Oh no, he's not disadvantaged now.
No, he's had his attack, hasn't he?
Yeah, and it was terrible.
Yeah. I'm going to do it. I'm going to go smash him. Try and help Griff out. Take some of the flak from him.
Okay, again, advantage to attack rolls. You charge in. Axe swaying over your head. Guitar axe.
Wow. 11.
Wow. How did you miss?
Hang on. This hasn't got my proficiency on it.
+3.
Yeah, +3 is my strength. I would assume I should be proficient with this.
You're a bard, you're not proficient with a great axe.
It's my weapon is my instrument.
No, he is proficient with it. It just doesn't show it because
yeah, how do I I could just add an override to hit of +2 for the proficiency bonus.
Yeah, you're right, and that actually makes all the difference because that means you hit.
It does. Right, let's do that. And then let's do this.
Well, it's
okay, so he takes 6 slashing damage.
Okay, yep. He's starting to look a bit fucked up now. He's got another wound into his many slashing and piercing wounds on his body. He's looking a bit annoyed. He's still pissed off with you for those insults to his mother as well. It's playing on his mind. He's getting a bit of having a bit of a mental episode now. If he doesn't survive this, he's going to be really annoyed being dead.
And then I will use my last inspiration on the owl.
Okay. Owl, you get a rush of music just pouring into your head. It makes you feel spectacularly efficient. And of course,
mighty
now,
hoot. Make sure you shoot.
If you aim for the bottom one now, you're going to hit Seb again.
Yeah, you're going to hit Seb and you're going to hit fucking Griff if you continue using Hail of Thorns.
Oh, please be careful.
Only if you continue to choose to use Hail of Thorns. I'm just saying,
can't switch it
entirely in your court.
I do. off.
Okay. You kind of like power down your concentration on the spell.
You can just dismiss it as and when it's like,
Yeah.
no.
And the arrow just turns back into a normal arrow again. Okay. Lily, it's your go.
Just do a normal arrow shot.
Okay. You feel sad for the loss of your thorny arrow, but you look down and you take an attack roll. Don't forget you are inspired if you get close. Or make your attack roll and then use it if you have to. Oh, no, you don't need to use it. The bow smashes into his head and the arrow goes straight down. Yep, he's looking really fucked now. It just basically, the arrow's just gone into his neck and down into his flesh. If he'd have had a normal human mammal body, he would have punctured his heart. But he doesn't have a heart there. He's a fishy type creature. He's all wibbly jelly wobbly to the jelly beat. Okay, Millhouse.
I am going to firebolt. Nothing else I can really do. At the one fighting Bobby Boy.
Okay, yeah, up the front. Making an attack roll.
12 and 6.
12 hits on the nail. You have got an inspiration if you need to use it.
I know.
And 6 damage. Yep. 6 damage. Okay. Yeah, I mean, again, the blast just smashed into his flesh. Bits of his flesh chunk away. But then instead of them oohing out green goos, this time it just gets cauterized and the wound seals instantly. Oh, why can't I remember the bloody order? Okay, the Grindelows attack. This one's going to take an attack at old Bobagon. Bob again. And this Bobagon. And this time he hits! So he has to make a DC save, which he fails. Right, he gets hit for 2d6 plus 3. 5, 9. Okay, it takes... You see old Bob get surrounded by these tentacles, and then they squeeze in, and you hear bones going on the old guy, and he's like, ah, he's like smashing down on this creature, just trying to get freed. He tries to escape, but he can't. And he gets to use his spear attack as well now. Which he hits. 6 plus 2, so that's another 6 damage. He's just taken 15 damage. He's now grappled and virtually incapacitated as this thing holds him with the tentacles and just starts stabbing him with the spear. You can see that old Bob's got seconds left to live, the way that this creature's going at him. Another one goes for you, Griff.
Of course it does.
Rolls a fucking 2 again. Seriously? Jesus, my rolls are bullshit today. Okay. Griff. This foe.
What?
There's 3 of you firing down on this one now. You can see axe wound to the left of him, arrows in the top of him, all the slashes in front of him where you've been attacking him and stabbing him.
Yes, but the honourable thing to do would be to go and save old Bob, so I'm going to run over to Bob.
Okay, you turn around.
While the other guy's taking fire and hits from everywhere, I'm going to leave that to the others. I'm going to turn around and try and save old Bob, because Bob's getting crushed to death.
Yep, good call. Okay, make your attack rolls on to the other one.
Okay.
You can see that this one is slightly less fucked than the one below you.
9 to hit, damage slashing 7.
Have you got an inspiration from the bard?
Oh God, I did have inspiration. What do I need
Right,
to do
roll
with that?
1d6.
Add it on to the
What is it? Exclamation mark.
R space 1d6.
R space.
3
1,
or more and you hit. Boom!
6.
That's it. Okay, the blade goes in and does 7 damage. Ouch. Okay, it's looking really funked now. Make your next attack.
Okay, exclamation mark attack. What is it? Short sword.
Yep.
Help if I could spell. Short sword.
Oh!
20.
Natural
24 and
20!
Natural 20! Okay, killing blow. You finish him off. Short sword. You slash him, and as he does, his tentacles will ripple, and then you push your short sword straight through its skull, find its brain, and then basically just cleave through its brain, and it kind of goes and stops wiggling, and the tentacles just slowly unwind from old Bob, and it slithers to the ground. Old Bob looks at you. Oh, thanks, Griff. Oh, I didn't think I was gonna make it there. Oh.
Thanks, Griff. What? Wanker.
You are most welcome,
like 3 times.
Honorable Old Bob.
Fuck this Bob guy now, you can go die.
But he's just thanking the person that finished him off.
Bob sucks.
Bob does
No,
not
we need
suck.
We need Bob.
Oh,
We need
thanks to everybody else. Team effort, yeah.
Yeah, well,
There's still 2 alive.
I feel like as we saved Bob's life, that he should
Give us the money
decrease
back.
our payment.
Then
give us a
again, he wouldn't have been in danger if we hadn't come with him.
No, he'd have been sitting back, just working on his boat.
Well, we could have let him die, but we
Seb,
didn't.
Sure, go.
Tonight.
Okay, so
We're
the
bartering with the guy
one to the
just
north
about
is now
to-
dead, right?
Yes.
Very good. Okay, so that leaves Laughing Boy and Already Hurt Boy.
Yeah,
So I'm
laughing
just gonna-
boy and depressed boy.
I'll just attack. I'll attack Depressed Boy.
Okay.
Yay.
Oh, I didn't like that, did it?
Just kill me! I can't believe what you said about my mother.
Hey, so there's a 19 to hit and then 10 damage.
Oh, that hurts.
He's still going.
Yeah, he's still going.
Sorry.
In
Yeah, he's still
DM,
going.
DM.
He's basically hanging on by a thread. He's like, it's like in Mortal Kombat, and he's like, finish him.
He's like,
But he's still kind of got a bit of fight. He's like, his tentacles kind of like.
then the owl attacks him and is babality. No!
Yeah. Okay, Lily. Oh,
Lily's
Lily.
flown
Oh.
a nest.
Spoiler.
She's flown a nest. How do you do?
By the way, while this is going on, the boat is still moving forward. The wind's still
good.
steadily pushing the boat towards
How m-
Ganashi.
how long has this fight been going for? I mean, you said it'd be like a couple of hours left to get to Ganashi. So how
About-
far?
About a minute so far.
Oh, a minute in
Yeah.
real time.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In battle time.
Each turn is 6 seconds.
10 turns
Okay.
is a minute.
Did somebody
Right.
call for the powerhouse?
Yes.
Yeah, why are you here?
Yeah, Lily. The one below you is almost dead. It's barely holding on. Make an attack roll and finish him. Oh, and make that noise.
I think we need some sort of
25
inspirational.
to hit and 12 damage.
This thing's dead. It's got.
Oh,
to be dead.
Jesus Christ.
Boom.
The arrow goes straight through its skull. It's like, oh, I'm getting a...
Oh,
It just basically just goes on the floor. The other one's like,
Oh my god, you killed all my friends! That's so funny! I forgot to do my wisdom save. which I failed. Oh, this is so funny. Oh, I'm so
This is like the most value out of Hideous Laughter ever.
Yeah, well, the highest I've made is 11, and I think it's the 13 D-saver. Yeah. And he's got 0 wisdom. I mean, Grindelows are not known for their wisdom. You know what I mean? Oh, it's so funny! Oh, this is funny. I'm gonna die, and that's funny.
Okay, what can I do to him? It's got. You can sound that he's very distressed. He knows what's going on, but he can't stop himself from laughing. It's like being tickled to death. You're like, you don't want it to happen.
Can't I just stand over him and give an honourable, like, decapitation death just to finish him off?
He is prone.
He hasn't taken any damage.
He's taking no damage though. He's full health. And if he goes over the side, then you're gonna get attacked again.
We need to surround and drag him somewhere.
What's time up? Presumably he needs water as well to survive, so he must be getting dried out.
He can last 30 minutes out of water. So.
No, just take him for a drive with us, a little ride with us.
I can only maintain concentration on this for a minute, so.
Yeah.
Cut off all his tentacles.
Okay, well, Millhouse, it's your turn.
Got an idea. Let's strip him naked.
Whatever one is alive.
There's none alive. Pay attention.
What do you mean there's none alive?
There's only the one alive.
Yeah, the one alive.
Don't.
Right. I don't think Harry's paying attention. It's incapacitated with hideous laughter, but as soon as you do any damage to it, it's going to snap out pretty much.
That's why I say we need to
I'm
strip
just going to pick it up there. Can I pick it up? We'll try and drag it.
You can make a grapple check.
Have we got any cages?
No, he doesn't have any cage. He has loads of rope.
Oh,
we'd have to successfully grapple him. I mean, the intelligent thing to do would be to try and not kill him, but somehow incapacitate him fully, more permanently than the spell.
And get some information.
I've got nothing that can do anything of the sort.
You can't charm him.
No.
No. Well, you could charm person him, but the easiest thing to do would be to get someone that's big and heavy to grapple him. And
yeah, well, I can't. Yeah, I'll go grab some rope ready for someone that's stronger than me to grapple him.
Okay, you go and run and grab some rope from downstairs. Downstairs, from the lower deck, and come back up.
Come back up onto the poop deck, Mr. Scrooge.
The Grindelows can have another saving throw. 5.
It's
not
going too
really
well,
sucked rolls today. Anyway, okay, Grindelow's just pathetic. Oh, I'm so bad at my wisdom. No. Anyway, okay, Griff.
Am I big enough to lift this bugger?
Oh God, yes.
Then I will honorably say to the Gruffalo, hello, Mr. Gruffalo. You are coming with me.
Grindelow. Gruffalo.
The Grindelow. You are coming along with me. Follow me. Ha ha ha.
You're gonna make a grapple attack.
I'm gonna try and lift the guy. Is there any other way of doing it without actually, you know?
We gotta make an opposed strength check. So,
athletics.
Okay.
Yeah, I'm gonna give you advantage because he's basically a mess.
Right. There's a pile of slop on the deck.
So I roll a. What do I get? I get a. Oh, he's bloody strong. Jesus.
You got 3.
12.
Okay, so what am I doing for this? For a thingy check?
You need to roll a C space athletics.
Space ADV.
Space ADV.
Was it A Delta Delta
Alpha
Victor?
Delta Victor, yeah.
That's how I spell athletics. 20.
Woohoo!
Oh yeah, you grab hold of him and you're like, you almost crush him. He's trying to wiggle around, And he's like, "Oh, this isn't funny. This isn't funny." What are you going to do with him? You've got him.
We're going to tie him to the main mast of the ship and
Keel-haul him.
Okay. Old Bob comes over. Give me the rope. Give me the rope. I'm an expert with a rope. And he basically starts with your help.
Shawshank round him.
Bob sounds like the kind of person I need to know.
He basically completely binds this creature and then throws the rope over one of the masts and then just pulls him, and he just hangs there tied up.
Ooh, suspension bondage. Wow.
Bondage?
Sorry, I've got something else on my.
Careful
He
now.
goes, "Please just kill me! Don't let me dry out! It's a horrible death! Please just kill me!"
No, you are dishonorable. You deserve dishonorable.
It's his boat, mate. I don't really care, to be honest. It's a bit harsh to make you drown, though, but...
Oh, Bob's like, "I can't do that. I gotta kill him." He walks up to him with a dagger and just cuts his throat. And the green ooze just... And he goes...
"Thank you, Bob!" And dies.
He got this giant squid thing.
He says, and dies.
Yeah. And I die. Okay. The last one dies. You
So now we have Noble in the boat who can tell the story to anybody.
Yeah. You got black ink, green goo everywhere. Seb's quite injured.
I
You could take a rest for an hour.
I guess I can be short rest. I can.
Yeah, we're about an hour and a half.
Song of Rest.
Yeah, so we're about an hour and a half from the port of Ganashi.
Why don't you take an hour and a half rest then?
Yeah. So I can roll my. What do I need here? So I can roll 1d8 plus a d6. It's a decent chunk of health, or I can roll both my d8s. I'll do both.
Everyone take a short rest. Hold on.
What do you type for short rest?
SL.
I get 13 health back, which is enough to take me to maximum.
Is it exclamation mark GSR? What you've just done, Harry?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Mine didn't work. Is it space G space SR or what?
Yeah.
Of course.
I don't know how to use my arcane recovery and just.
Mine thinks I have 12 hit points. It is wrong.
Mine thinks I have 11 of 13. I don't remember getting
Let's try this. G. Nope, it's still not getting my max health right. Whatever. Whatever.
Right. Okay.
I don't know how to use my arcane recovery.
You choose which spells you want to recover slots on?
No, I know how to use it. You just get one spell slot, but like, as in I can't use it in Discord.
No, you might have to just put yourself down as a long
Put it
rest.
onto.
And then we'll have to
Well,
make
you
a
can just-
note.
Can you not just update it onto D&D Beyond and then bring it into Discord again?
Yeah, that's not a bad idea. You can try
Workshop.
that. Okay, the boat travels on for an hour and a half. Most of you rest up. You help old Bob clean the boat down a little bit, get all of the black ink and the green goo off of the boat. It stinks, but eventually you clean it up. You can grab a bit of seawater and just wash the decks down, and you see coming into the view this large village with a single massive sort of pier that goes out with a number of walkways that are going off to the sides, and you see in the port there's this massive ship, way bigger than the one you're on, and old Bob points to that. That's the Esmeralda, that is. Captain Reed's ship. You gotta be careful around him. You don't want to piss him off. The boat sort of comes into the harbour. One of the harbour workers comes up. There's the rope, old Bob! Here it comes, Eric! He throws the rope, and they tie it off, and the boat comes in to land. You're basically parked up on the boat on this pier, and you can see just across the way, shadowing your boat considerably, is this behemoth of a ship. Leia and Percy come up. Are we here? There was a bit of fighting, but I was quite dozy, so me and Leia were playing cards. Was it all okay?
You were playing cards and you didn't invite me?
It sounded like you had your hands full. And I didn't want to get Gertie up on deck. It's just, it's a thing, You stare out and you can see there's a absolute classic pirate captain standing on this ship. He walks over to the railing and just puts one arm on the railing. His parrot's just like looking around going, "Caw, caw, caw." He's got a slanty hat and an eye patch, and you can see he's got like a hook hand with his left hand, and this scimitar just kind of resting on his belt, held on by a sash. He looks absolute pirate man, just through and through.
Pirates.
Right there, old Bob! What you doing here? These folk want to come and talk to you. You give them parley? Oh, only for you, old Bob. Come on over. He ushers you all over. There's like a ramp that leads up to the deck. He stands at the top of the ramp. He's kind of like hook fashion, just standing there like this. He doesn't let you go. As soon as you reach to the bottom of the ramp, he stops you. He goes, "That's enough. Stop there. What do you want?"
Hello.
Hello.
We wanted to know about a certain cargo you had, just here on this here boat.
That's a private matter between me and my customers.
Well, we have reason to believe that it was connected to a certain explosion that happened on, I'm sure you were there.
We were leaving when something happened, but we're not sure of what. Make, what's the skill I'm thinking of? Insight. Make an insight check.
Well, just me.
Everybody that's there and listening. Insight is the skill I require of you this day.
Wait, have you? I have come up with 16.
15.
You are all pretty insightful.
Yeah, indeed. Very good.
I'm going to roll for Percy, because, he's got -3 to wisdom checks, so that's pretty cool. Ah, shit.
Hey, that's pretty cool.
Percy's like, well, he seems pretty nice to me. Let's go. Grith.
Yes.
Everyone else was pretty taken in by this, but you're the only one that has you're a bit skeptical. This guy's sounds like he's telling the truth, but you think that he's bullshitting. So obviously you've got to be careful about calling that out without causing an incident.
It will. We've all been. Hang on, coming out of character. We've all been invited onto a ship, yeah. So have we actually boarded it?
Right, we're on like the.
No, you're at the bottom of the ramp, and he's standing at the top of the ramp, and he's like blocking your way. He doesn't want you on the ship.
Excuse me, sir. Will you do not want us on this. Something tells me you do not want us on this ship. Why you not stand aside and let us in before we mount this ramp and you do something like perhaps kick it away?
No, I don't want you on my ship.
But
for old Bob's sake, I'm giving you parley, asking you questions. I don't know what was in that shipment. It's gone now.
Could you tell me, perhaps, to whom you have given this generous shipment to?
Well, it needs to be worth my while.
I understand this is the way we conduct the business. How much would it be for you to tell me this information?
80 gold.
80 gold.
80 gold.
Very good. Very good. Very good. Yes. Yes. You lot, what do you think?
Yeah, so basically there's sailors all over the place here. This is quite a large port. You can hear people singing in the background. You might even be able to hear it through your headphones. But basically this is a pirate port. There's sailors everywhere. You suspect if you get into a fight here, you might end up with a lot of people joining in the fight.
What about if we forget the 80 gold and I entertain your men free of charge tonight?
And who are you?
I'm gonna, while he says that, I'm gonna cast Charm Person on him.
Okay.
Good shout. Nice one.
He's focusing on Seb at the moment, so yep, charm spell.
I had my short rest.
Who are you? He says to you, Seb, while Millhouse is casting a spell. You can see Millhouse is like going, and you're like, yeah, charm person, wiggle.
I am the incredible performer, Sebastian Eurus, famous in the Low She estate and across the land. For my
one of the sailors steps forward. Boss, I've heard of him. He's quite famous.
See, I've got merch.
Well, we should have a performance. This is wonderful. Please come to the tavern. You put on a good performance, and we'll wave with the 80 gold. My men have had a hard few days' work. We've just come back from Africa and dropped off some goods at the Bridgeport, and then just dropped a few cases off here. So yeah, we're in need of entertainment, something a bit baldy, and fun. That's just the way our sailors like. Okay, what was your roll? What was the save?
He needs to make a 14.
Oh, he fucking 19. Boom. Plus his save, which is it wisdom? Is it wisdom? Why do I roll a 19 now and I don't fucking need it?
I was just gonna say, you've had shit rolls, and now you get a 19.
Oh god, wisdom's his only stat that's not awesome. But anyway, 19. So what happens on the 19?
Nothing.
Oh, okay.
Why I never use
Millhouse, you think the spell's successful because he seems really positive about it, but it's not.
Right.
You're like, yeah, 2 for 2 on Charm Parson. For Charm Person. Charm Parson. Charm Parsnip.
Nicholas Parsons' little brother Chamber.
Parsnip?
Not so
Charm Parsnip.
I cast Chicken Parsnip.
Okay.
Oh no, that's my bad handwriting. Charm Parsnip.
Okay, so what happens next is you're all taken deeper into the town, and they've got like a round plinth, and oh, where are
nice
you?
Maps, Gary.
Thanks, mate.
Oh.
It puts you up here, and then basically just dozens and dozens of sailors start streaming out as the word gets put out that this big performance is going to be put on, and you're like, "Yeah, this is going to be great."
You better be good.
Is anyone else readying anything to help with the performance? Millhouse?
Yeah, I'll cast him as he. I'll go up to him before he starts and So, kind of cool looking illusions do you want this time, huh?
Oh, you know what? I really liked the dragon last time. It was pretty fucking cool. But we're in a seaport, so I'm thinking maybe some maybe like a kraken.
Kraken? They can only be so big, but I can try.
Percy comes forward. I could ride around on Gertie as if like a mounted knight, and maybe Griff could breathe fire. Oh, like a real dragon. Oh, it'd be amazing.
I'm meditating. Thank you for the offer, though. It is. I do not do the entertainment.
Oh,
thing.
sorry. I just wanted to see you breathe fire.
All will come to he who waits. Shang-Chi.
I haven't got any Shang-Chis on me, sorry. Okay, Lily, are you gonna just watch? Do you wanna...
I will flap my wings on every beat.
Okay, so you're gonna fly around like an aerial stage dancer?
Yeah.
Okay, I can do with that. Percy's gonna prance around on Gertie, just gonna go on a...
It's gonna be a mad.
Yeah. Okay, you prepare yourself. The spells are readied. The music is done. It gets quiet.
Tell you what, I'll act as security for any stage divers.
You're the bouncer. you stand there like this. No, mate. No, mate. Fuck off.
Name on not down, not a coming in.
Yeah. Your name not down, you're not coming in.
Not a coming in.
Okay.
Not to light or love.
Okay. He starts ramping it up.
Baby sham.
The spells start going off. Is that even working? Did that work?
Is this your handbag, madam?
It's the shantiest one I could choose. Okay, the music starts going, and they're like, oh, they're kind of swaying a little bit. The kraken starts to rise up, and then you see tentacles rolling everywhere, but you kind of hold back because you know it's going to get louder any second. Make a dex save, Lily. The kraken starts bursting out of flames.
Right?
Some of the sailors step back and draw their cutlass in. What the fuck? What is happening? What's happening? Oh my god! The dragon starts going. You notice for the first time, you actually hear Seb sing. He puts this device over his mouth which connects via a tube to the resonance chamber of his axe hurdy-gurdy. And you hear this like... Kraken!
I got 17.
17. You see Lily just fly around this kraken. As she does, she pretends to fire arrows into it, like she's having a battle against this kraken.
Yes, pretend I'm not wasting any more arrows.
No, you're not wasting any more arrows. You might even be able to buy some in the town. Little hint. Okay, Milhouse flickers his little finger, and you see flames like shooting from your bow, which you're flying around. Everyone just starts kind of swaying from left to right. Some of the sailors try to dance to it, but they don't quite know how to dance to it. They look like they're dad dancing, kind of like... A few of them get into it and look like they're in some sort of Nordic moshes, where they just do their whole body. Don't move their neck, just the body goes. Oh, this beer just like being thrown everywhere. Okay, you wrap the performance up. Everyone's really impressed. Huge round of applause. And absolutely, people come flooding around you. You notice that Percy was riding around in the background, but nobody noticed him at all. Apart from the occasional blah, blah, blah. But the noise from the hurdy-gurdy was so loud, nobody heard a thing. In fact, you just think you can still hear the music in your ears, just kind of like ringing. You see over on one of the sides, a couple of Grindelow had actually come out of the water and were listening as well. You can overhear him talking. Oh, well, my husband's not come back. He went out earlier into the river and no one's heard from him. You're like, oh, that's terrible.
That's unfortunate. I'm sure he's just fine, love. Don't worry about it.
I'm so worried. He's such a lovely father to our 15 spawn.
Oh my god.
The captain comes up to you afterwards. You've all basically retired to the inn, and you've been given some free beer. Leia pops out from the boat and congratulates you and says, "It doesn't sound any nicer the next time I hear it. It's very loud." I think we're friends enough now for me to be able to say that it's not my sort of music, but I'm glad that the audience likes it. She gets a glass of water and then just basically goes back to the boat and hides under the deck again. Even though you've now finished and you're invited over to the captain's table. Old Bob's there singing a little song with Captain Reed. Rah, 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 rah. And then everyone else is just kind of bored. So you can hear some of them trying to basically mimic your voice, going, rah, 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 rah. It doesn't sound right. How did he make it sound like that? Rah, rah. A few of them come over to you and ask for your autograph. One young sailor comes up to you asking for some merch. Got any merch? Got any t-shirts?
Yeah, mate. Ones. I've got vests or I've got sacks.
Have you got any headscarves?
Yeah, I can probably. And I just get one of the shirts and just cut the arms off it and hand it to him. Okay. It's 2 silver.
Cool. He ties it around his head. He's got a little S on it. And then he hands you 2 silver. Take the silver. You all get invited to the captain's table, as I said. Bob and Reed, Captain Reed, they're all like, "Oh, do you remember the time we took on that fleet? Oh, that was a battle and a half, wasn't it? Oh yeah, old Bob, you're the best, you are." And they turn. That was amazing. Thanks, guys. I love the flying owl folk. What's your name?
It's Lily.
Oh, Lily, that was beautiful. I was kind of hoping that your samurai dragon man was going to do something cool, but he certainly kept the dancers away from you, so he was doing good there. So, and the gnome is very colourful. I'm assuming you were part of the illusions that we saw.
I am all the magic.
Wow, it was great from all of you. So, what do you want to know? You've entertained me. I'm yours. For an hour. He drinks some more.
Well, I think we just wanted to know who that shipment went to, and if you knew maybe what was in said shipment.
Well, I've been paid not to tell who the customer is, and a pirate's honor is pirate's honor.
I understand all about honor.
But I will tell you that it's destined for a Tsar. And they left this morning, maybe just by lunchtime. They left in a caravan down the coast road. So they're two carriages and a few horsemen.
They're heading to a bazaar. Where?
The Tsar's back south. And inland slightly, but the road goes down, follows the coast for a few miles before it starts to taper inland. It's slow going on that path with carriages, though. The roads are narrow. So you could try and catch them today. Or you could try and stay and get them tomorrow, but they'll be in Azar by then. And I have no idea after that. I don't know what was in the cases. That's not what we don't ask that. It was just a number of big crates for the rice, as far as I was concerned. In the morning. Got any other questions for me?
Where are you setting sail to next after this rest?
Sorry?
Where are you setting sail to next?
Oh, we're going back down to Bridgeport. It's where you just come from.
Bridge.
Were there any people with the cargo that came aboard your ship when they came here?
Yeah, several.
Who or were they?
Well, that was interesting, actually. There were mostly half-elves.
Half-elves?
Half-elves. I like the way you talk, samurai.
Thank you very much. Thank you. It is based on Samurai Jack, anyway.
Okay. He has no big drink. Blah, 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 blah. I've got to go back to my ship soon. Any more questions? It's getting quite late.
The half-elves. Half-elves, were they talking? Did they mention anything about shipment or what they intend to do or how they get it to the ship?
No.
In other words, did half-elves actually say anything of interest? Stupid half-elves.
I know the guy that was smuggling it. Oh, sorry. You see, he's like hides his mouth for a second. Sorry. Traveling with it. Just said he was going to Azar. I don't know what else that means. You can see the drink starting to take an effect with him now. I guess we're going to go to bed in a bit. It's been a long day. We didn't get much sleep last night with the explosion and everything.
Tell us about the explosion. Where were you?
We're down on the pier.
And what were your instructions with the explosion?
Well, there was the explosion. The next thing we know, there was a couple of these traders running towards us with these two carriages, and they basically just threw a load of money at me and said, "Take us to the next port," which I said was Ganache, and they said that we don't care. We need to get to Azar, so if that gets us there, we're all good. So that's what we did. Easy coin. Yeah, I mean, there was a hell of a cacophony going on. I didn't see what happened specifically. There was just this fireball, and then the bridge started to collapse. I've never seen that bridge has stood for, well, generations. Many generations. So it was, terrible.
What can you tell us about Crek Longbeak?
Crek? Oh, he's up at Lahar. He's a bit of a crime boss, as far as I'm aware. We're often involved with those guys. There's probably a few of these guys here in the town, so I better not say too much. You know what I mean? But he's I've traded with him in the past. He treats his customers fair, as long as you treat him fair. Most of his stuff is legal, some of it's not. But he's a businessman first and foremost. Yeah, he does what's profitable. But he's just one of those guys you don't want to upset. And there's that new guy. There's a new guy over at the Empire who's sort of starting to encroach on his turf quite a bit. What was his name? One of the other guys comes in. Harundo Tanak. That's it. Harundo Tanak. Yeah, he's one of your Empire lot.
Empire?
You Empire guys. Oh, honor stuff. Yeah.
He's Dragonborn?
No, just from the Empire.
I see.
What was that name again?
Harondo Tanak.
Oh.
Yeah, he's been sending loads of shipments. In fact, I wouldn't be surprised if the shipment we did there, the captain was like, turns to his owner, he's like, right, shut up, drinks down the red. As we said, we're not allowed to share names. Oh, sorry, Captain. It was the music, the drink. It's been a long day. I think I should need to piss over the side of the boat and get back to mid-cabin. Some of the sailors start to leave. Well, it's been an honour, very entertaining. Look me up when you come back. Maybe you can do another show.
I'd be more than happy to.
And we have enjoyed your company most graciously. Thank you.
Okay, so you finish the show. Do you stay and drink the night away? Do you find somewhere to stay? Do you just go and stay on the boat?
Oh, just sleep on the boat. Doesn't bother me. I'm used to sleeping on boats.
Okay, you get back. Old Bob walks back with you. Okay, so that's you need to pay me for today, and if you stay the night on the boat, then that's a fair fee for tomorrow as well, obviously, because I'll be housing you overnight, which is not part of the deal. But I tell you, if you need me anymore, I mean, you mentioned you wanted to go to Lahar. I mean, I can stay here until you're ready to go, and I'll take you up to Lahar if you want.
Fair enough. I could probably find an inn that's cheaper than paying you another day for the boat. I'm sure you understand that.
Well, yeah, but, if you pay me for that day, then I'll also wait for you to go on to Lahar, and you won't have to worry about trying to find another boat.
Fair enough. We'll do that then.
There we go.
I'll go and find Leia and get the money for the day.
Help me, Sebastian. You're my only hope. Okay, you go back to the boat, and there's a load of beds. They're not massively comfortable. But you make your way. There's pallets. The floor's reasonably comfortable. It's quite warm, so it's not like you're going to freeze. At least you got the chill off of you from being below. There is a fire pit in the boat, so that's lit. So there's a nice warmth pervading the floor. And if you get really cold, you can go down to the basement level, where it's a bit more private, but still warm. And you go to bed, unless you're going to try and race after them tonight. Percy looks at you. Are we going to chase them tonight, or are we going to go in the morning?
Aye. I'm a bit knackered out to go chasing after someone tonight. And also, where do you propose we get a horse at this hour?
That is true. Okay, so you guys are already willing to just spend the night and then do a chase in the morning?
I was going to try and get, one person to play cards against whilst I was in a bar with lots of drunk people.
Oh, yeah, there's fucking loads of them.
Yeah, okay, so gamble some money against them quick.
Okay. Yep, you find a table and they're playing cards. Percy joins you as well. Hi, can I join in?
Of course. Why not?
That's great.
Yeah.
Okay,
don't lose
down.
all your money. I'm gonna whip out my custom card set.
Okay. Oh, that's a fancy card deck if I've ever seen one. What we playing? Blackjack?
Yeah, why not?
Okay.
How much are we betting? I'm a bit rusty though. I haven't played in a long time, so go easy.
Oh, 1 silver a game?
How about 10 gold?
The sailors are like, that's a month's wages. And the rest. Yeah, no, that's too rich for my appetite, sorry.
Alright, 1 silver then.
Okay, so you sit down and you play some cards. Make a raw intelligence check if you're going to play a skill-based card game. Millhouse, you can use your proficiency check as well as you're using one of your tool sets.
I also get advantage.
An advantage, okay.
60 plus proficiency, so I get 18.
Okay, you absolutely trounce them and win 4 silver.
Yeah, 4 silver.
I mean, you lay the cards out. Some of them just fucking bust straight away. You just go in there. Blackjack. Winner. Another game?
Sure.
Okay.
It's just quick because I need to go to bed.
Ooh. Highest is a 19.
20. Actually, 22 technically. Because of proficiency.
God damn it. Right, you get another 4 silver. Okay, it's getting quite late. I think we're going to lose all of our money at this rate. You clearly know what you're doing, and your cards are just beautiful. But I'm starting to worry that magic's at play now. So we're out. We're out. Percy is looks a bit dejected. Oh, do I get my money back now?
I give Percy the 8 silver.
Do you? Oh,
yeah.
Gee, thank you. That's great.
Okay. We're all winners.
He pockets the money, and you go back to the ship 8 silver richer. Well, he does now. Okay, we sleep the night, and then we'll call the adventure there. And in the morning, you're going to try and track down this shipment of something mysterious. Right. Okay.